This is the Buzz Adams Morning Show podcast. Barstool Talk Daily. Except it's really early in the morning and no booze. For the most part. Q95.5.
Good morning.
Today is a very special day.
It's a very special day. Why is today a special day? Because today is
E-G-I-M, that's right.
Today is...
Thank God it's Monday.
Thank God it's Monday.
Is that a real thing?
Is that a real thing? Why, yes, it is.
Google it.
You can Google it. It's worth a Google.
I don't need to.
I believe you.
You know what else I just realized? It's showtime.
From the KLAQ studios in beautiful sunny El Paso, Texas.
Does anyone copy my transmission?
The Buzz Adams Morning Show is back.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Only on 95.5 KLAQ El Paso.
Good morning, El Paso. What's up? It's the Buzz Adams Morning Show without Buzz Adams. It's just myself, Joanna, and Alberto giving you company on this beautiful...
All right, a week without Buzz.
Yeah, a week without Buzz. Hopefully we're on air.
I'm sure we are.
I'm fairly certain, right?
Yeah. Are you playing that?
No.
I'm playing.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Do you? Okay, so
All right.
before Buzz left,
Did he send it to you?
he sent me a bunch of stuff,
Okay.
but his computer's on, so I figured maybe you would just be able to find his hot button things.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Buzz's computer is
Did it freaking restart?
no, it didn't.
Oh.
But it organizes itself. How Buzz organizes his mind, I assume. Which
You'll
is
find something
all kinds
in
of
different places.
convoluted. And I have his button box,
Yeah,
to
you do.
push his buttons. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to. But if not, keep those on.
I do have
Keep
a
those
bunch
handy.
of them, and I fully intended on adding them into the system so that Alberto can play them. But then I figured, Buzz left his computer on.
We'll play him from
He
there.
left it on. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll figure it out as we go
figure it
along
out.
through the week.
It's Monday.
We are the blind leading the blind. Welcome to Monday morning, everybody. We're still going to have great segments for you.
Oh,
We're going to
yeah.
be playing a couple bests of, not as much as you normally would be getting, but
Right.
we're going to have lots of guests this week. Just to give you a preview, we're going to have Justin Underwood coming in on Thursday
Sweet.
for Ask a Lawyer. Or
Awesome.
maybe it's Wednesday.
Ooh, nice.
I'll have to double check with Justin. And then on Wednesday, we're going to be interviewing Josh Radnor from How I Met Your Mother.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That was set up a while ago. Joanna, I almost feel like this is spiritually necessary for you
I don't want to say yes, but yes.
because Josh Radnor plays the character of Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother.
Have you met Ted?
Have you met Ted? And
God, how much do you think he would hate it if we just started talking about How I Met Your Mother?
I was thinking about that because I was actually doing some interview prep.
Oh, good.
I guess a professional should do.
Like the pros?
And he's done way more than just How I Met Your Mother.
He has, yeah.
He's like in a band with
nice.
Ben Folds.
What?
I think Ben Folds.
Really?
He's a director. He's been on Broadway, just recently been on Broadway.
Oh, wow.
So I have
Look at that.
I have
Good
a
for you.
feeling that being like, yeah.
Yeah, but let's go back
Let's
to that
talk about
ending of How I Met Your
How I
Mother.
Met Your Mother and that crappy ending.
Don't tell him it's crappy.
No, that's why you're
gets mad?
there.
I'm not going to tell him anything about How I Met Your Mother.
Alberto, the How I Met Your Mother.
It's a sensitive topic for him.
No, it's a sensitive topic for
It's
me.
Joanna. That's why I said I think
Don't
this
cry,
interview is
Joanna.
spiritually necessary for Joanna
I
because
hated that ending.
Joanna has been bitching.
For me, it was like
Joanna's been bitching about the How I Met Your Mother finale since I've met her.
This is my take on that show. It
Yeah.
was a really good show, but then they extended it for so long that at one point I was like, frankly, at this point, I don't care, and I stopped watching.
You're all,
and this
screw
was
that
before
mother.
they even introduced the character that ended up being the actual wife. So
The mother in How I
Yes.
Met Your Mother.
yes,
I want to
So,
know if
sorry.
he met Bob Saget at all.
Ooh, me?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
not you.
I thought you meant me. I was like, no, I
not
didn't.
you.
but I
The
do
dude
know
we're
who he
talking
is.
about.
The dude we are having the conversation about. I want to ask him if he, because Bob Saget did the
He was the
voiceover for
voice,
the beginning
yeah.
intro, but there's no need for them to ever
To have ever met, right?
met in person. All right, let's get a look at the golfers forecast for today, brought to you by Painted Dunes Golf Course, where you can play golf. And
Where you can play golf.
Buzz will sell that much better. I'm not a golfer.
Didn't you go golfing with him one time?
I
How was that?
I drove the golf cart
Oh, that's awesome.
because I didn't want to golf. My dad golfed for him, though. We golfed with him, not for him.
Sweet.
How was it? Did they enjoy their time?
Yeah, it was wonderful, Alberto. Life-changing.
Nice.
Almost. My dad will never look at Buzz the same. Actually,
Never forget it.
It is true. It did change the relationship kind of, because now they get along real well. And they just talk about golf every
and they
time.
bully you together?
A little bit.
Nice.
Speaking of being bullied, Alberto,
Yeah?
what's life been like?
Well, this weekend I was like in St. Louis, and then I went down to New Orleans.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to a casino for the first time. Like a
Oh.
physical casino.
Alberto
I
went to a casino for the first time. Alberto's like a gambler.
Yes, I lost
He
the
does betting
casino.
a lot.
I bet this whole casino, this whole studio, and we need to move out by Thursday. Sorry, guys.
We need to be out of here.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I was
Dropping off a
helping-
kid?
No, I was helping my kid move. My kid move. My cousin move. So he wanted help moving from St. Louis to New Orleans.
Oh, all
His
right.
music died.
All right. Well, like I said before, let's get into this weather forecast brought to you by Painted Dunes Golf Course, where, of course, you can golf. Today's high is going to be 89. So we're going to get a lot of sunshine today. It's going to be pretty warm. You might want to take off that sweater and put on a light shirt. High of 89, but a low later on of 62. So it's going to get a little bit chilly. Winds are going to be down at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's look at the rest of the week. Tomorrow, you're going to have plenty of sunshine, high of 89 again. Wednesday, it's going to be a little cloudy. Again, on Thursday, you got some clouds. We're going to stay in the low 80s pretty much the entire week. Then Thursday, we're going to get a little bit more sunshine. And you're going to hit a low of 57 on Friday. So it's going to dip back down in the weekend. Saturday, you're going to have a high of 79, a low of 53. And Sunday, it's going to be all sunshine, the high of 78 and a low of 51 degrees. Looks like it's going to be good golfing pretty much all the way around. Also,
Cool.
the website I'm using, it says the type of moon it is. So it says it gives the sunrise. So I guess the sun will rise at 7:09 today.
Everyone keep an eye out for
Yeah.
that.
It's currently 6:15. And then it gives the moonrise.
Oh, cool.
Moonrise is at 5:01 today, and moonset. Have you heard of a moonset?
No,
That's
what's
when
a
the moon's
Let's go watch the moonset together.
Aw.
3:48 a.m. It's a waxing gibbonous moon. Or
Oh,
I don't know.
sweet.
Do we have a preview of a Hollywood Cheese Minute by any chance, Tori?
We do, yeah. A new clown has overtaken the box office.
Is
and
it
it's
Terrifier?
not Joker. It is Terrifier.
Oh my god!
And I am totally on board to go see that tomorrow when movies are $5 at the place that I go to. Also, we were talking about special guests we have this week. We forgot one of a really big one.
Whenever your place closed, all the dollar store theaters are closed.
No, I know, but there's another movie theater
Okay.
where on Tuesdays it's 5 something.
Where? Where is this?
Bassett.
Premiere has that?
Premiere has that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
$5 on Tuesdays.
I'm with you.
It's great. Tomorrow we're going to be having Soul Asylum in studio performing for us.
That's going to be cool.
They're going to be also performing
a live
tomorrow
studio
at
performance.
Lowbrow Palace tomorrow for the Slowly But Surely tour. And I'm interested to know who is Shirley, because it is called Shirley.
Surely you must know.
Shirley, of course.
Don't call me Shirley.
But we'll also be talking about the weekend box office. Deadpool and Wolverine set another record, and I'll let you know about that. And Northwest, I know that we don't talk a lot about the Kardashians, but this one's kind of funny. Northwest says that Kim Kardashian hasn't cooked for the kids in 2 years.
Oh my God.
They have a calendar.
Right. She's all like, I can remember the last time she made us a dinner.
They X out every day.
And she gives a full detail of what she made that night. That kid is hilarious, Northwest.
Northwest.
Yeah, she just puts people on blast.
She really does.
Got some comedy chops.
Yeah.
Or she's just kind of like borderline rude. That's what it is.
It's rude,
Yeah,
but it
she's just
comes
like-
out funny because, she's a rich kid.
Well, sounds like an interesting Hollywood
Yeah, we'll
cheeseman.
have all
I
that
can't wait.
coming up.
All right, sounds good. Alberto, you want to try and cobble together a sports segment for later? So you got
Yes.
sports news? Okay.
Yes.
And
Awesome.
I will have your news as always. We got some good clips. President Biden just announced some more money for Milton recovery, which is important because on yesterday's Face the Nation, House Speaker Mike Johnson once again said that there was no reason for Congress to go back to Washington at the moment. And they will not be voting on any more additional funding until after they come back, which is after the election. All right, I want to remind you that Q invites you to some fall fun. El Paso Farmland presents honeybees, corn maze, and a pumpkin patch. It's going to be open weekends through October 27th. Don't miss this year's big maze and a kiddie maze. Plus, enjoy the pumpkin patches, some rides, some good food, games, and you can relax under one of the canopies they have. Seasonal family fun awaits you at El Paso Farmland's honeybee, corn maze, and pumpkin patch. 1100 Nuevo Waco Tanks Road at I-10 and Eastland. Visit elpasocornmaze.com for all the details. We're going to have some more best of the Buzz Adams Morning Show and some live clips from Buzz and myself and Joanna and Alberto as well. So stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back right after this.
Hey, it's Chuck, your host for Loudwire Nights. Tonight at 7, we will rock the borderland with the best rock ever made and the best rock being made. Special guests, birthday and anniversary celebrations, and every night at 10...
So Life. Ages 21 and over. See Speaking Rock's Facebook for more info.
El Paso's own live and local. The Buzz Adams Morning Show. 95.5 KLAQ.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beat.
It is the True Crime Report, actual crime stories from around the world and across the nation. A woman in jeez, should have saved this for Florida Man game.
Oh.
A woman in Florida got arrested for assaulting her boyfriend with a sex toy. This is the second time this lady has been arrested for a sex toy related act of violence. It's not her first rodeo. She was arrested for a sex toy related incident previously. A 35-year-old woman in Florida named Chelsea White just got arrested after getting into a fight over a sex toy. She was arrested for the exact same thing less than 2 years ago. We might have done this story on the True Crime Report 2 years ago. Back in late 2022, she got into it with her boyfriend after he caught her trying to leave with a sex toy he rightfully owned.
Okay.
Don't take that. That's mine.
That's mine. Don't take it.
Back in 2022, she kicked him and bit him, and police arrested her for domestic battery.
Oh, dang.
This time, she was oh man, I got to see a mugshot here. This is a Randy lady.
Oh. Buzz is like, I would date her.
This time she was hanging out, same guy, when he realized she'd snuck a glass sex toy he owned into her backpack.
How many sex toys does this dude?
Why does this guy own that many sex toys, and why does this lady keep stealing them?
Oh, no, I was going to say, in Texas, there's a limit. I don't know if there's a limit in Florida.
According to police, he was rifling through the backpack trying to find his stolen sex toy when she grabbed him by the neck and tried to wrestle him to the ground. Yeah, she might have like some country strength.
It was a drive-by fruiting.
Well, this time it was a glass sex toy.
Yeah.
Oof.
They wrestled around for a little bit, according to a statement to the police. Then She grabbed the toy and threw it at him, but it missed. It hit a door and woke up their kid. Oh, no. They've got a kid together.
Okay.
It woke up their kid in the other room. Yes, these two have a child together. You have a child together, but you can't share your sex toys. That is a really weird dynamic, right?
Well, we didn't have custody hearings for the sex toys.
While police were questioning the man, he mentioned that his girlfriend, Chelsea White, had been arrested for a similar incident previously. Well, they found her walking down a highway at 3 a.m. and arrested her again for domestic battery. Again, using a sex toy, or over a sex toy at least. After the first incident in 2022, she got a year of probation and had to complete a batterer's intervention program. It's not clear if it was the same sex toy involved in both incidents or if this was a different one.
Aren't sex toys called marital aids?
I guess when you're married, they are called that.
Sure, that's probably a euphemism for sex toys. Do you want me to say that from now on instead?
Oh, no, I'm saying it didn't help their marriage, apparently, or whatever.
It did not aid at all.
It did not aid at all. It divided.
Staying in Florida, a 62-year-old man is facing DUI charges. He was not driving a car, nor was he driving a truck. He was operating an excavator at a scrapyard while under the influence.
Oh, man.
So the police came out, and it seems like this guy...
You can't excavate while drunk.
Well, you can't operate... I mean, that's not just advice. I guess it's the law. You can't operate any kind of machinery or vehicle while under the influence. So here he is getting arrested, and you can hear it. First of all, yeah, he sounds about 2.5 sheets to the wind.
Oh.
And second of all, he seems really surprised that you get in trouble for driving an excavator on private property under the influence.
Do me a favor, turn around.
Can I go shut
turn
the
around.
machine off?
Nope. You're going to stay right here. Keep your hands together like you're praying, okay? Just like that, all right, John?
What are you charging me with?
So you were in direct, immediate control of the vehicle when we pulled up here. You looked like you were falling asleep. Based off of our observations, everything like that, you're being placed under arrest for DUI today, okay?
Babe.
We'll explain it to Steve.
Babe.
They're taking me to jail.
Babe.
I like how his first concern was, can I turn the machine off first?
That is John Castor being arrested by the officer. No telling who Steve is.
His babe.
All right. You know, you're enjoying this a little too much.
Buzz's mind said man, but his heart said babe.
Laugh it up, fuzzballs.
Hey.
I didn't say anything bad. I think it's nice
This
you
is
call
fun.
each other
This
that.
is fun.
Laughing along with it, you are equally to blame. You are guilty by association.
Are you happy how fast I got that audio?
Damn, Joanna's producing skills.
A man in Washington, D.C. was caught performing a sex act upon himself using a cucumber.
Oh, we've all been there.
It was in broad daylight.
Well, not there.
After the man looked at some people, one of whom was filming him.
Look at me! Look at me in the eyes!
After that, he put the cucumber back in his lunchbox and walked away.
He had a lunchbox?
He had a lunchbox.
What
that he
was it, like a
carrying
Scooby-Doo lunchbox?
He pulled out a cucumber.
Started
put it
going
inside
to town,
of himself.
I guess. I mean,
Wait,
it doesn't give
how was he using the cucumber?
It does not give those nitty-gritty details,
Not that
Joanna.
I really want to know. I just...
Was it like hollowed out?
Exactly is what I'm thinking, right?
I'm thinking it goes in the back end.
Like a do-it-yourself fleshlight? Yeah, I'm thinking it's for
God.
insertion, but I wouldn't swear by it. Here are some of the people who saw the man, and one woman says that the fact that he looked back and just stared her down was the creepiest part of the entire thing.
I want my neighbors to know and keep an eye out for this person. I want parents to be mindful. They're high school students. They walk by themselves to and from school.
Just children walking around. You just have neighborhood kids, elementary school, middle school, and high school.
It was that eye contact that really unsettled me because it then continues for longer than one would imagine.
I mean, that's, yeah.
He just looked at me straight in the eyes.
And kept going
and kept going. He looked like he liked it.
A Dollar Tree in Indiana is having, as far as they know, it's a unique problem. No other stores are experiencing this. Someone is coming in and peeing into the candles that they sell at Dollar Tree.
Oh, God.
I mean, is it maybe lemon scented or something?
And I love smelling candles.
Right. So the thing is, when somebody maybe takes the lid off and goes to smell the candle, they're going to get, whoever this guy is. They don't have cameras in the Dollar Tree because it's a Dollar Tree.
Yeah,
I mean, is it worth investing in cameras? A mother was at a Dollar Tree in Indiana with her 9-year-old daughter. They were oh, that's sweet. They were shopping for a gift for the daughter's teacher.
Oh,
at one point they were smelling candles. The 9-year-old opened one, tipped it to smell it, and a liquid poured on her shirt, and she wasn't sure of it.
Wait, how is somebody doing this without being seen? Who goes to the candle section and unzips?
That's the big mystery. They don't know. They don't have cameras, and they're trying to get corporate to put in some security cams so they can figure out who's... It's happened a few times.
I assume a worker if you were just stationed near the candle section.
The manager, so they reported it to the manager, who offered the girl her shirt as replacement because the smell started to become overwhelming and they realized it was pee, so the manager offered her a shirt. The manager also said that she was aware that someone or some group of people were peeing into the candles and that this had been going on at least for the past month, but they haven't been able to catch him yet.
They're like, oh, yeah, this has happened before. Let me get you a shirt.
The manager says that they've talked to corporate about it and asked for a solution, maybe installing cameras or something, but they haven't done anything yet to help them. The mother took her daughter to the doctor to get checked out, and she's fine. She's also reported it to the police. They are investigating. Got a little bit of odd audio from the mom, Adriana Shelton, talking about what happened to her 9-year-old daughter at the Dollar Tree.
She picked up a candle to smell and tilted it back, and it literally, liquid went down her. And at first we're like, maybe it's just water. And as we're walking through the store, we get a foul smell. And Grace goes, Mom, my shirt really stinks. They told me it's been happening over a month and they're not able to catch the person doing it. And there's no cameras down the aisles where he is doing it. The manager has asked for corporate to put in cameras in those areas, and corporate just doesn't want to pay for those.
The mom went on to say Dollar Tree needs to do better. They need to actually care. There needs to be a warning, hey, be on the lookout, because this is just unacceptable. There's no specifics on how many candle incidents there have been at this one store, but enough that they had noticed a trend and reached out to corporate. Corporate probably wrote back and said, you're charging people $1 for stuff. We're not going to give you security cameras. Do you guys remember, like in the mid-'80s, this was a big story. Somebody was going in the Chicago area, and they were putting, I forget what it was, some kind of, strychnine. What could somebody put in a jar of pills that would be deadly poison?
Rat poison.
Well, they were. That's why all of those things come sealed now with a cotton ball on. I think they might have had a cotton ball on top. But
tamper-proof.
Yes,
I mean, to know that
somebody had gone in and put poison, and it killed a bunch of people in the Chicagoland.
It did, I think. And if you watch any crime show, Law and Order, they've done episodes
about this,
about that, kind of related to it.
Well, a car thief says that he didn't want to steal that car, but there was a bag of Fritos in the front seat, and that made him steal the car.
Look,
It was a sign.
I had no interest in stealing this car until I was hungry.
This guy is literally
Until I saw the Fritos.
this guy is literally the Frito Bandito. 46-year-old Sean Johnson stole a pickup truck in Beloit, Wisconsin, right on the border with Illinois. And the reason he picked this truck is why it's made the true crime report here. He told police that he was, on drugs and decided to try the door because he saw a bag of Fritos sitting on the seat. When he opened the door, he says initially to steal the Fritos, he noticed the keys were in the truck.
Well, might as well.
So he took off, probably munching Fritos as he drove away, gleefully. He used the truck to drive to a church. Now, he wasn't going into the church to confess or ask for penance or anything like that. No, he broke into a bunch of other vehicles and stole someone's wallet with $400 inside. Then he used that credit card to buy stuff at Walgreens, a Family Dollar store, and then he peed in a bunch of candles. No, I'm kidding. That would be perfect. He admitted everything once police showed him security footage from several cameras that got him on video. This incident happened back in June, but the details just came out ahead of his trial. He's facing charges for burglary, identity theft, and possession of a stolen vehicle.
Man.
Hey, it's Double G. Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show.
WesternTech.edu can get started today. Don't give up. Rise up at Western Tech. College for the real world.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Enderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
Good morning, El Paso. Welcome back to the Buzz Adams Morning Show. It's Nico Adjimian filling in for Buzz while he is away on vacation in Oklahoma. I'm joined by the wonderful, vivacious Joanna Barba.
Oh, thank you for that marvelous introduction.
As you were mangling that microphone.
This microphone doesn't want to stay still.
And we got intern Alberto on the boards, on the ones and twos and
Good
threes.
morning.
Good morning, Alberto. Do you got any interesting stories to tell us? Short ones.
No. Not really.
No?
No?
Nothing this weekend?
Not even the hard-boiled egg story?
Okay, watch. So my cousin flew me out to help him move from St. Louis to New Orleans.
Okay.
And in a moment of poor judgment.
With you so far?
Yes, which is, for me, very on brand.
Right.
We stopped at a gas station like at 6 a.m. and I see some hard-boiled eggs at the gas station. And I'm like, I'm eating them. And I eat like 4.
I'm eating them.
And they even had like a little smell that I was like, it's too late to go back. I bought them. Let's go.
And you just bought them. Nice.
And I ate them. I ate 4 in one sitting. With
4?
4 and nothing but a little water.
And the tum-tum was all right?
I know, right?
Yes.
No weird gases coming out?
Tum-tum of steel.
Or are we going to have to quarantine you to that room?
That was a few days
That's why
ago.
I'm over here.
It's filtered out of my system.
But now he's all like, I want boiled egg.
I'm like really craving them right now, man. I'm like, we should go to a continental breakfast or something.
Right.
Hopefully they have something.
That's where you find most hard-boiled
Those are
eggs.
good.
And you
Sometimes.
continental breakfast. Just go to Holiday Inn right now.
And then pretend we're all staying there.
Well, I want to remind everybody that we are going to have a great show throughout the rest of the week. All right, so make sure you stay tuned. We're going to have Soul Asylum actually on tomorrow. We're going to be interviewing. They're going to be playing live on air, and you're going to get to hear them in the morning. And then Wednesday, we're going to have Josh Radner from How I Met Your Mother. Justin Underwood's going to be coming in this week for Ask a Lawyer. We're going to have the comedians, Nick Guetta, and I think Jenny might be in town for that as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we have a loaded show for you for the rest of the week. You don't want to miss it. I do want to remind you, though, if you're not tired of being scared just yet this Halloween season, you can still head out to the KLAQ Haunted House of Terror It's the single scariest place in all of El Paso, they say. The KLAQ Haunted House of Terror is open at 13900 Montana Boulevard. Thursdays are student discount nights. Showing a school ID gets you $5 off, courtesy of Western Tech. It's open from 7 to 10, but Fridays and Saturdays, it's going to be open 7 to midnight, guys. And then the fear continues on Sundays from 7 to 10 again for those who dare to end their weekend on a horrifying note. Tickets, $25 per person at the door, including the option to buy the upgrade Fast Pass, brought to you by Right Drive. The KLAQ Haunted House of Terror is brought to you by Western Tech, Burnout Bullies, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, and War Eagles, proudly produced and managed by Desert Warriors Paintball. You been out there yet, Joanna?
No, I haven't.
Have you taken your nephews any of the years?
I have, yeah, in the past.
And do they...
There's only one that doesn't like haunted houses or anything like that.
There's one...
But the other two are down, so we're hoping to go out this weekend.
Oh, okay.
I've been out there. I went out there last weekend.
Oh, you did?
How was it?
Yeah, I was making beaded bracelets. It was a lot of fun. It looked like people were getting
you
really
were there
scared.
to work?
Well, I was making bracelets. It wasn't that hard.
But you were working?
But you were working.
Why were you making bracelets?
Yeah, my point
Because
is...
that's what they asked me to do, and I was like, okay, come over here, folks, make bracelets.
Did you go to
get scared? No. I don't like getting scared.
Oh, you
didn't look scary.
You went to work. You were working the haunted house this weekend?
Well, but I wasn't scaring anyone.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You know?
But
not this weekend, last weekend. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and they have like people with the chainsaws. And they have the Orbeez one too. Did you talk about the Orbeez?
What's the Orbeez?
Well, like the Orbeez one is like it's so they have the regular haunted house, and that one it takes a while. And then the Orbeez one is a whole nother segment where they give you these little Orbeez guns, and you can shoot like actors that come up to you and try to scare you as you go through this like little designated area.
What?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
That's cool.
That is news to us.
Yeah, you guys should try that out.
Buzz has been joking all week about being able to paintball the people trying to scare you, but that was just a joke.
No, this is for real.
Wow.
Yes, so definitely it's the place to try it out.
All right. Well, we're going to get into sound clips in just a little bit. I got some neckline calls, though. We've got the neckline open, so you can still leave us a message. Joanna, do you have that neckline number by any chance?
It's going to be 844-805-6325. That's 844-805-NECK.
Oh, there you go. Just dial that number, and you can leave us a voicemail. I think we've got a Cousin Ian one. All right.
Let's see. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Morning show. I think Cowboy Guy's on the same flight as I am back.
You're going to need to turn the music bed down, though. When
turn off the music bed.
When the calls go up.
Sorry.
Calling from Dallas. He's just like, woo, woo, go on. And I asked him who was that, but he wouldn't answer me. So, but anyways, if he calls back, ask him. Was that him? And that guy that was trying to ask him was Cousin Ian. Anyways, Cowboys Guy is alive and well.
Okay. Wait. We have a personal sighting of Cowboys Guy, it sounds like. We were worried about him for a little bit.
We were, because he didn't call in after that Cowboys win from last week.
Yeah, that's right.
He went so hard.
But he called me on the studio line to say he was all right. He just didn't want to rub it in anyone's faces that the Cowboys won. But they didn't do so great yesterday, so I'm anticipating a call from Cowboys Guy today.
Okay. All right. Let's see if we get a call from Cowboys Guy. Maybe Cousin Ian sat next to him on a plane.
On the way back.
Hey, what up, morning show? It's Dick Polly, man. I just want to...
Wait, what did he say his name was?
What?
Nick Collin?
Oh.
Is that what he said?
I don't know. The transcript has Dick Polly.
Whoa.
It does.
All right.
Hey, what up, morning show? It's Dick Polly, man.
No,
I just want to bring back Nico's pretty good attempt at making an eagle sound on Friday. I think I can one-up you, man. All right, here it goes. Hey, yo, what up? I'm an eagle, yeah. It's an eagle.
What?
What
he
was
trying
that?
to say, I'm an eagle. He's trying to do a Philadelphia accent.
Oh.
I thought he was just trying to sound like an eagle, like and he was going to make a bird sound. Yeah, I was like, okay.
Why were we doing that on Friday?
I don't know.
Oh, it's because we were doing the disturb thing, and it was like, ooh, ah. I think that's what we were doing.
Yeah, we did that, but I know there was a part we did where you did an eagle thing because we were talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, why did we talk about that? Did they play this weekend? Maybe.
Did the Eagles play this weekend?
They did.
Maybe that's what we were talking about.
That's what we're missing. Did they win, Alberto?
We don't know these
They beat the Cleveland Browns 20-16.
This guy was trying to do a Philadelphia accent. Do you want to hear the rest? I'm not even sure. I hope it doesn't get like.
Yes, guys, let me know what you think.
Okay.
Oh, that was it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
What a nice young man.
Yeah, what a nice young man.
Although I will say that on Friday, our call out to people to bring in their was very successful. I loved it. Thank you so much.
All right.
Well, let's play some. Let's see.
Hold on. Let's see.
Let's see what we got.
You can check out a video over on our Caleb Instagram. Oh, look.
Hey.
All right.
Cowboys guy has called in.
Poor guy.
Chick Cowboys. Those Detroit pussy cats that came with claws. And these scratches are pretty bad. The left is bad. But it's okay. It's a couple losses. Don't worry. We can still get out there to the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Woo!
He's happy.
He said it all sad. Woo!
Yeah, did you hear the deflated woohoo?
Cowboys got
What happened with the Cowboys this weekend, Alberto? The last I saw, my phone was telling me the score, and it was said that after the first quarter, they were already down 7-3 after the first quarter. So what happened? What was the final score? Do you know?
The final score was 47-9.
47-9.
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys got absolutely mollywopped. They only had 251 yards of offense. Dak Prescott threw 2 picks. It was ugly from the start, and in the middle and in the end. So bad outing for the Dallas Cowboys on Jerry Jones's birthdays. So it's like, wow.
On
his birthday. And that's what that old man deserves. So I don't feel bad. So poor Dallas Cowboys fans, they're really they're licking their wounds right now. They're not having a good year.
Let's see. Derek just sent us an email saying Cowboys fans are like people getting their tax returns. They get all excited when they get it. Then when it's all spent, they shut up.
Oh, wow.
Strong words. I'm glad I'm not a Cowboys fan right now, at least. Man, you got to think, when you lose to wasn't that like a joke? Like losing to the Lions used to be a joke. I know that they've gotten a lot better though, haven't they?
Yeah, the Lions are a lot better. They have improved on both sides of the ball. They're a formidable team. They made the NFC Championship last year. So, yeah, they're definitely a team to contend. They had to watch 492 yards of offense. So, yeah, they exploded. And then, unfortunately, though, for Lions fans, I know that Sal from KROD from 600, he's a Lions fan. The Lions, they lost like a key defender. So, it was a rough day for them. And they lost Aaron Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson, I'm sorry. He broke his leg in a pretty gruesome way.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, and he's one of their top guys, unfortunately. So.
All right, we got a couple of sound clips for you, and I want to start off with some news. How about that?
Yeah.
Yes.
SpaceX pulled off its giant chopsticks idea yesterday morning in South Texas. Guys, this was a big deal. So originally SpaceX, they thought, well, what if we got rockets to come back to Earth, and then they kind of use their rocketness to land.
Rocketness?
Yeah, whatever their rocketness is, they could just land. Well, that's been slightly successful, pretty successful so far, but they just tried a new thing, Joanna and Alberto.
Okay.
Bringing back a spaceship and using these like arms to catch it.
Like a chopsticks,
like
two in
chopsticks, yeah.
Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Where you try to catch the
fly. It just
fly.
goes right between the two.
With chopsticks.
You snap it. All right. Let's hear that.
3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. This is one of the most gorgeous things I've ever seen in my entire life. Coming up on hot stage separation confirmed.
Booster coming in. See how fast this vehicle is moving on the left-hand street. What an incredible view! Wow.
I don't know about you, but we're losing our stuff up here.
That sounded incredibly exciting.
We're losing our stuff up here.
We're losing our stuff. What is your stuff? Yeah.
They're having. I'm glad they're having a good time.
Yeah, they sound like they're having a great time.
A hot air balloon struck and took down a radio tower last week in New Mexico. And guess when it was during, Joanna?
Ratings week?
The Balloon Fest?
Oh, no.
It was the Balloon Festival.
Right. They did that.
In Albuquerque. But ratings week would have been just as bad. This is the second time in 20 years a balloon has hit the same tower.
That same tower?
Yeah. Here's commentary from witnesses at the festival as the tower comes down.
Oh, wow. What was that?
Did you see that come down?
That tower?
Yeah.
Did somebody hit it?
I don't know. It's a tower came down.
Wow.
I know.
Glad no one was hurt.
Oh, thank God Daver's not on the scene. He would be freaking out right now.
He'd be freaking out, yeah.
It turns out a break dancer needed surgery after spending so much time spinning on his head for breakdancing.
Ray Gun couldn't do it.
Was it Ray Gun?
Could never be Ray Gun.
It was not Ray Gun.
No, right. Could never be Ray Gun.
Spent so much time spinning on his head that he developed a cone head bulge on the top of his head.
He got the dreidel attachment to the top of his head. Like this, so he can spin better. Boom, 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 boom.
Dreidel attachment.
That was pretty good.
That was good,
that
yeah.
was pretty good, Albert. Oh, we got the dreidel attachment. Spinning on your head can lead to hair loss, numbness, and sometimes causes people to develop a cone head.
Hi, Mr. Conehead.
If I did not fear incarceration by human authority figures, I would terminate your life functions by applying sufficient pressure to your blunt skull so as to cause its collapse.
Nice.
All right, we're going to have more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show and your Hollywood Cheesemate coming up in just a little bit. So stay tuned to more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show.
Artist interviews, new music discoveries, celebrating artists' birthdays, commemorating releases, champion of all things rock.
Hurry next day. And if you have bad credit, go to 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
Good morning, El Paso. Welcome back to the Buzz Adams Morning Show. We are doing the show without Buzz this week. He's on vacation, so the kids are in charge of the asylum. Joanna, myself, and intern Alberto got you all week long. We got awesome guests. We've got great music still and some, just a couple best of segments.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live, guys. We're doing it live. Don't forget about those neckline calls. You can still call the studio as well. What's the studio number, Joanna?
Studio number is 915. Damn.
Is it the one that
It's a new one.
Yeah, it's the new one.
915-910-4995.
Thank you, Alberto.
Is that one it? That's the old one, I thought.
No, that's a new one.
Okay, that's the new one.
That's up here.
915-910-4995. All right, I'm going to have the news for you a little bit later on, and we're doing your cash code still, right? Or no?
No more cash codes.
Oh, no more cash
We are
codes.
done with those. Remind me to turn off the alarm or it's going to go off.
Thank you. So I can get rid of this liner. All right. And, yeah, I want to remind you, Soul Asylum, they're going to be at Lobra Palace tomorrow, and we were lucky enough to we're going to get to interview them. They're going to be playing for you.
Hell yeah.
Also, just announced Gary Clark Jr. at the Abraham Chavez Theater, February 24th, 2025. Did anybody see Foreigner or Loverboy?
No.
Foreigner was in Las Cruces, right?
Oh, I think it was, yeah.
It was at the Pan American Center. I'm just curious. I know
Are
we
you
got
guys
some.
going to go see Coldplay? Did y'all get Coldplay tickets? What about that?
Joanna,
Dude,
I think, did.
no, I did not. Those sold out quickly, and then they added a second day.
Nice.
As soon as the first day sold out, the second day sold out just as quickly.
Oh, really?
So Friday and Saturday, like, sold out.
How cool would it be if we got to, like, interview them?
That'd be cool.
What would you ask them?
Why is it yellow? Why wasn't it like a different color? Why wasn't it green?
What? Wait, what is yellow? Oh, there's
The song Yellow.
Okay.
Get him out of here.
And it was all yellow.
What's with the color choice?
yellow? Yeah. Did y'all see how the star on the mountain was like lit up in different colors in honor of Coldplay?
Yes. And they're going to do it when they come too, right?
They should.
That's what I've heard. That's what I thought.
Well, it doesn't help when they're not here.
You know.
Well, I didn't know
And
that
it
was
was
for them.
all yellow. Yeah.
I thought it was just like a LGBTQ thing.
That too. We
I
rock
mean,
with
yeah,
the
probably
gays.
that
Why can't
too.
it be that?
Yeah.
We're riding
Why
with
not?
them too.
Why not?
I
I'm also getting app chat messages, and Padilla wants to know if you went through puberty because your voice sounds deeper, Nico.
Nice.
Mine does?
Dude, that microphone is like, I don't know what it is, but it makes everything just sound nice and sultry.
Oh, it sounds
When I come in
very
here,
crisp.
when Buzz is gone, and I do like voiceover things that I have to do, like my voice sounds amazing.
Like the production budget they put into making sure this mic
Just
sounded,
that one
sounded
mic
really
has
good.
all our budget in it
Yeah.
so that Buzz can sound really good.
So you're saying cash money.
That would make a lot more sense. No, Padilla, I don't know
No,
why.
different microphones. I think we're all going to sound a little different because we're all on different mics.
I mean, if you met me in person, I would sound just like this.
You have that sweet, sultry voice.
That sweet, sultry voice.
Like butter.
Oh, I'm lactose intolerant, so like margarine. We're gonna get into your Hollywood Cheeseman right now. Do we have your? I'm supposed to have all that. Is that
What?
God?
Yeah. You know what? That's my bad. I should have put all the stuff Buzz sent me into the system.
Between all of the tabs he normally has keeps open on his Chrome.
It
versus all the
really
other things.
takes like a special mind to know everything that goes on in that computer because he's got so much open. So many tabs are open.
I'll try.
He has different things labeled differently, but only he knows what that label means.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
But I think, Alberto, if you look in the hotkeys, local music breaks, maybe,
Okay.
I've got the entertainment intro.
awesome. And this is going to be like worked out by Friday. If we're still like this by Friday, then
If we're
there's,
still like this on Friday,
there's a problem.
we didn't try hard enough. And it was all
Yellow. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Turn that up. Yeah. Welcome,
We're doing
Joanna, with your Hollywood Cheesemate.
Thank you, Nico, Alberto. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
We're doing great. I'm so proud of us. It's Monday. Good morning. Joker Folie à Deux may have been a massive disappointment, but Killer Clowns haven't fallen completely out of favor. Terrifier 3, the unrated gore fest featuring Art the Clown, was a surprise hit at the box office, taking in $18.2 million in its opening weekend and making it the #1 movie in the country. Meanwhile, Joker dropped 81%, the worst second weekend decline in history for a comic book movie and one of the worst overall. The animated DreamWorks movie The Wild Robot finished second this week with $13.4 million. Oh, who would have thought that the Gore Fest movie would make it to #1
It's
just as soon
Halloween,
as we
yeah.
get to Halloween?
But who would have guessed that
But nobody would have guessed that Joker would have fallen
Joker would have fallen?
I
that
would've
much
guessed.
from grace.
If you would have told it's a musical, what did you expect? No one wants to see the musical.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking. That really it makes me sad more than anything.
They tried to brand it as it's a jukebox musical, as if that sounded any better.
It's worse.
But nobody knew what that meant, and it just sounded terrible.
So I have to ask you about this Terrifier film series, Joanna, because
Go on.
I am scared of clowns to begin with. So it's not a
Clowns
movie
are
that I would
scary.
go and watch myself. But it just seems interesting for the gore and stuff. So I actually Googled all of the series this weekend, and I looked up YouTube videos explaining some clips.
Nice.
Now, you haven't seen the second one.
I haven't seen the second one, no.
So you don't know how the second one ends.
No, I don't know how it ends and how it'll follow up into this third one.
Okay, so the second one is about a Halloween massacre, and there's this girl named Sienna.
Okay.
And I guess her friends and her brother are all messed up by Art the Clown, right?
Okay.
But then the girl from the first movie, the one that made it at the end of the first movie,
Okay.
the one that got her face kind of eaten off.
Oh my God.
She survives into the second one?
In the mid-credit scene, they show her in the insane asylum, and Art the Clown's head is birthed out of her.
Okay.
Like,
It's all part of the lore, yeah.
Yeah, she gives birth to his head, and his like body is like walking towards the asylum. So it's not a dream. So this movie has her as his accomplice,
Oh, okay.
the third one, and it picks up right there.
And it goes into Christmas.
And it goes into Christmas.
There's
right?
not enough Christmas horror movies, I think.
Wasn't there just...
There could be more.
There was just
What?
the axe murder during the Christmas one, wasn't there?
Axe murderer.
I'm sure there's a...
It's a Wonderful Knife.
Yeah. Is that a real thing?
Yes.
Please tell me it is.
It is. It's not a great movie, though.
All right, Joanna.
Do not recommend.
What else?
Almost 3 months after its release, Deadpool and Wolverine is still setting records. The hit film notched the highest selling first week ever for an R-rated film on domestic digital platforms. The previous record holder was reportedly John Wick Chapter 4. The movie's digital release was on October 1st. The pick arrives on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD on October 22nd. Northwest isn't holding back when it comes to her mom's cooking or lack thereof. In an intimate chat for Interview magazine, Kim Kardashian asked her 11-year-old daughter, "How is my cooking?" And North didn't hesitate to respond saying, quote, "You haven't cooked for us in a long time. The last time you cooked was 2 Halloweens ago." Kim tried to jog her memory, reminding her that she made mac and cheese, fried chicken, and cornbread for the occasion. North admitted it was good, but added that her mom's specialty is cucumbers and salt.
Nice.
North also revealed
Keep it simple.
her favorite food would be cucumbers and salt or onions, to which Kim responded, "You love grilled onions." Meanwhile, her younger sister, Chicago, has also called out Kim in the past for not cooking, famously writing on a school assignment, "Mom doesn't cook. She has a chef." Have y'all seen videos of North just chomping on an onion?
No.
I think I
That
have.
little girl just grabs one and eats it like an apple.
Doesn't Donkey do that in
That's what
Shrek?
Shrek does.
Oh, Shrek.
That's when he's all like, "Ogres are like onions."
Ogres are like onions.
And then Donkey's like, "What about a parfait? Everybody loves parfaits."
Everybody loves parfaits.
Anyway, North just be eating onions. It's so weird. Finally, Saturday Night Live returned this past weekend with host Ariana Grande, who did impressions of Celine Dion and Jennifer Coolidge, and musical guest Stevie Nicks. And the episode also took another music-related turn when James Austin Johnson and Sarah Sherman parodied Noel and Liam Gallagher of Oasis during Weekend Update. In an interview with Colin Jost, they spoke about the band's upcoming reunion tour and their long-standing feud with Wonderwall renditions and plenty of British slang included. I've got a bit of that right here. Oh, that's me.
Don't turn her up. Come on, Nico.
Is it up?
Yeah,
I'm playing it.
it's up. It's on Nico's laptop.
It's going.
Let me see. Is it the one from the prep?
No, is there one in the prep?
Yeah.
I would like to clarify, folks, this is not my fault.
Yeah,
Usually mess ups are my
Play
fault.
the thing from the prep,
Okay.
if you can.
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks for being here. Now, everyone's wondering, are you guys going to be cool to tour a year from now?
It's not a hard no, it's a maybe.
We said maybe. If Liam doesn't act like a baby.
I'm not a baby, you're a baby.
Yeah, you're a baby. You're a baby. Oh, he stuck his tongue at me. Colin, did you see that?
Come on, he's been naughty. He's been naughty, Colin.
There must be something that you both agree on.
I guess there are a few things, yeah. SpongeBob.
Legend. Who's the best Ninja Turtle? Donatello. Legend.
And there must be things you agree on besides cartoons.
All right. Favorite Sex and the City boyfriend?
Steve. legend. My favorite Sex in the City boyfriend, Mr. Big, toxic legend.
My favorite Will Smith film.
I am legend. Legend.
Oasis, everyone.
I think Sarah Sherman is so hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Well, the actual Liam Gallagher has since responded after a fan sent him the clip onto Twitter saying, "Are they meant to be comedians?" In a reply to another person asking what he thought of SNL's impression of him, he replied saying, "Excruciating." Oasis reunion tour hits the New York City area for shows at East Rutherford, New Jersey's MetLife Stadium on August 31st and September 1st. That is, if they don't get into a fight before all of that.
Right.
And with your entertainment news, I'm Joanna Barba.
All right, stay tuned. We've got more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show right after this.
Hey, this is Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from Ozzy to Pearl.
To start your and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy.
Broadcasting in El Paso to El Paso. The Buzz Adams Morning Show on 95.5 KLAQ.
Do you think it's all that unusual that I keep things like fundraising letters from the Donald Trump for President campaign?
Only when you explain it as you're keeping Nazi memorabilia.
Historical memorabilia.
In the context of, so we never forget. Like it's going to be a Holocaust item, a Holocaust museum item in the future.
Yeah, someday. You don't even have to project it into the future. Right now, people are trying to say that Donald Trump didn't call for a riot to overthrow the outcome of the 2020 election. People are making that argument that those people are heroes.
No, somebody wanted me to remind you, why haven't we talked about him fundraising? He's having a gala for the January 6th rioters.
Right, to raise money for them. These people are all going to get out of prison, and they're all going to get government jobs in the Trump administration. All of these people who did Trump's bidding.
Criminals.
Okay, here's the thing. He should be ineligible for being president. He shouldn't even be allowed on the grounds of the White House because he lost an election, and unlike any other president in American history, he didn't accept the results. And he motivated his people to come to Washington, D.C. and try and intimidate lawmakers into changing the election. It's just the kind of thing that he should be prohibited from being president.
And then what we were saying is that, then they're going to have January 6th reenactments, like the Civil War reenactors.
Morning, Buzz. Hey, Buzz, you talked about the Civil War reenactments. I watched a really, really good independent documentary about those. I mean, the guy was from, I can't remember what state down there in the South where they're real hardcore about that. But the point of the documentary was that Civil War reenactments are a very, racist thing. It's a Southern pride thing, man. And even back when there were still Civil War veterans around, they didn't do them. These things didn't start till the 60s in the middle of the Civil Rights Movement. It was kind of like a pushback because the actual Civil War veterans saw and experienced the true horrors of war, man. They were killing each other, and everybody was, at the end of the day, American. So, yeah, I'll try to find it and send it y'all's way. It's a really good documentary. But, yeah, those Civil War reenactments, like you're saying everybody wants to be the Confederacy, that's because it's a very racist thing, man. Anyways, y'all have a great day, guys. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
I had seen a 2020 story or 48 hours many, many years ago about the Civil War reenactors, and they were pointing out that the one drawback is nobody wants to be a Union soldier. All these Civil War reenactors want to be Confederate soldiers. And I thought,
well, it was
it's not very often that people want to pretend to be the losers.
We did not lose, all right? It was not a civil war. It was
rigged.
A war of northern aggression.
Mm-hmm.
And it was rigged, yeah.
And it was rigged.
We've got also a bunch of great messages in our app chat. Keep them coming. Download our app, KLAQ mobile app, wherever you get your apps. Joanna, this is Rob. Joanna needs to watch this show called Kevin Can F Himself.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch it.
I watched a couple episodes of that.
Show has
really
a very unique way of telling a story. When showing the husband's point of view everything is set as a sitcom with a laugh track.
Think King of Queens.
But when they show the wife's point of view, it turns into a drama, and both colors and camera angles change.
And it's got that Annie Murphy who played the daughter in
Alexis
S Creek.
Rose.
Yeah,
Yes.
she played Alexis
Love her.
Rose.
Oh, you mean my
She's
dream
the
girl?
lead in it.
That's my dream girl.
You know, it is an interesting concept because it's, you know, the buffoonish husband in a comedy, but he's also it's a toxic relationship.
Oh,
and
snap.
I think maybe it was leading to she was going to kill him.
Ooh, it's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix. Oh, yeah. That's the one thing I forgot to say. By the way, it's on Netflix.
It was an interesting take on that trope.
And
Nice.
Erica from Austin says, this was super nice. I think I should print it out. I listen to y'all.
Stick it on the wall? Frame
Aw.
it? All right.
We should start printing these out when they're nice.
I listen to y'all every morning, and when I don't, my day is just a bit dimmer.
Oh.
Because I'm wondering what I missed. Y'all are a part of my morning routine first thing. You make me laugh, and when you talk about complicated topics, I enjoy listening to different opinions. And I always will give Buzz so much credit because he's big on facts. It's been a tough year. My husband's health took a turn. We realized he has a condition that has destroyed his kidneys. And long story short, I'm a match, so I'll be giving him a kidney today.
Oh, my God.
This show has been a light and a beacon of joy, and I always look forward to hearing it. Please don't ever retire, Buzz. Thank you, Buzz, Joanna, and Nico. We're from El Paso, but we live in Austin. I have the app. And Buzz, get your yearly physicals.
Oh.
I finally had my
Thank you
doctor's
so much,
appointment with a new
Nice,
primary.
Erica.
Finally, you
And
got a doctor
I decided going in.
Did?
I was going to do something that I've never done with
He got a finger in the butt.
No. I decided I was going to do something I've never done, and that is be 100% honest with my physician.
So when they asked you, do you drink?
I said, yeah. And they said, how much? And I said, to tell the truth, it's probably gotten to the point where it's a little too much. So I'm supposed to cut back on
Do you
that.
smoke?
Yes. And I said, yeah, just a couple cigars a week. They didn't ask
What?
I
Okay,
smoke.
cool. I mean, that's fine. Did they say cut down on those?
Okay, so I didn't know what a colonoscopy was.
What do you mean you didn't know what a colonoscopy? Look at Steve's face already.
Listen,
do you want us to show you?
I can still be very, very stupid, despite that nice app
Buzz is
message.
the smartest, stupidest man
So they
I know.
have you fill out, and it's like, when was your last colonoscopy? And I'm like, probably 3 years ago. And
or 2 weeks, depending on who you ask.
No, okay, so the doctor gets me in there. It's like, you don't remember exactly when? I was like, no, just my doctor, my physician, my primary care physician. And it's like, no, they don't do that. And I said, wait a minute. Is a colonoscopy something other than a finger up your tailpipe? Because that's what I thought a colonoscopy was. Honestly,
was just a finger.
I was saying, yeah, that's the last time they put it up there to check your,
No.
That's not normal.
That's not a colonoscopy.
That's a prostate check, and that's just flirting. Colonoscopy is the whole
You
date.
should report
Right.
that.
What happened to you?
I admitted, it's like I guess I didn't know what a colonoscopy is.
Well, the fact that you don't even know what a prostate check is, and you thought that was a colonoscopy.
I thought that was the full Megillah.
When you go to a doctor, when you go to see a doctor, they ask you, we need to check your prostate. Did you think that meant a colonoscopy?
Yep. I thought that's what it was. Apparently, though, and I was worried because the finger deal is not a treat.
And it's not a treat.
It's not fun.
Nobody. Well, listen.
It's not on the menu under specials. No.
Nobody enjoys
it.
it.
It hurts to ride a bicycle the next day.
But our most popular item on this today.
Sit on a bag of peas next time.
Have you ever had a PSA blood test? That goes with the prostate check.
I don't know.
The PSA is what essentially detects if there's an abnormal. How do I know all this and you don't?
Because you are a much more responsible adult.
More responsible,
man.
Good Lord.
Is that where they do the guaiac test with the blood on the blood smear or something?
No, they take your blood. It's like, and they'll do the PSA as part of that too.
Okay.
So they'll draw blood. And
let me just say, I'm a big believer that the more you obsess over your health, the more likely your body is going to get sick. It's better just not
That
to
is
think
the
about
dumbest thing to think of in the world. That's the same thing that old men say where I don't want to go to the doctor
They
because
might
then
tell
they'll
me
find
what's
something.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I don't go to the doctor,
They can't tell me I have
all
something.
right.
Yeah, that's true. My dad.
But they knock you out for the colonoscopy. They put you under.
Of course they put you under.
Right. I was worried that they were going to put some kind of cattle prod up there or something.
Oh my God! Can I tell you this? Okay, listen. My colonoscopy is scheduled for September 23rd on a Monday, and
I'll try and make mine at the same weekend. We can ride over together.
That sounds like a plan. That sounds great. Then you can. Well, we can't drive back. But the point is,
we literally be butt buddies.
Here's the deal, Buzz. Here's the deal. Have you even scheduled yours yet, or no?
No, I only had the.
Do you do buddy sessions?
His and his.
Can we do side by side?
Yeah, right.
It's not a spa.
We
It's
want to
not a
hold
weekend.
hands while we're getting our colonoscopy.
Now, you have to understand something, Buzz. The actual colonoscopy procedure is about 10 to 15 minutes long.
But they put
not
you
long.
under, right?
They have to put you under. That's right.
Because it would hurt so bad?
No, it's just they put you under so that way.
Oh, no. That is the reason. That is definitely the reason they put you under, because it would hurt.
Ladies probably don't know about colon. What's the thing with the finger called?
It's a prostate
check. Oh my God, dude!
They
Of
probably
course they
don't
do.
understand.
You know what your
that.
prostate is?
I guess it's in your butt somewhere. It's the thing that if you want to, if you want to stop your stream of urine, you contract your prostate. Correct?
Yeah,
is that right?
Kind of.
Yeah,
kind of.
like
Yes.
Kegels.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so Joanna,
It's this walnut-shaped organ. It's right on the
right.
Okay, what is it?
No, I'm not going to get into it.
Like I don't know what goes on when you go see your lady doctors, right?
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on.
Oh, you don't even know about like the cervical checks and like the speculums that they get out?
I've only heard stories.
Have you seen a speculum?
Not in person, maybe on TV.
The things that go open things up?
It looks like a
For
duck.
ladies, you mean?
Like a duck. Yeah. Looks like a duck.
No.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time I got called the F word, but the bad term for gay?
By
a cholo in the hospital.
Because you had to use a spec. Why?
Because
why?
in the hospital, when you have a penetrating trauma to your stomach, like a knife or a bullet, they will do a CT scan with contrast in your butt, in your intestines.
Uh-huh.
So the contrast needs to be put in through your butt.
Okay.
And my job was to put the thing in the butt.
What was what was the cholo in the hospital for?
He got stabbed.
He got stabbed.
Yeah.
So you got called the F word by a cholo.
Well, we had to hold it because he didn't want us to put it in his butt. But
And he called
Wait. You don't have to get their permission for that?
he was under the influence, and so technically,
Under the influence of what?
It doesn't matter. He couldn't make his own.
An influence.
He can't make legally not allowed to make his own healthcare choices.
I might fight back if I were in his position.
Well, you would be held down just like he was, and I would be lifting a cheek.
That kind of sounds like a sexual assault, right?
What the?
We had to get the
It's
CT
a
scan.
medical
You had to get the what?
The CT scan of it to see if he was bleeding on the inside from the stab wound.
Hey man, you don't want somebody
Just let him
in your
bleed.
butt.
Just let him bleed then.
That is your right as an American to bleed out right there on the table, if you ask me. Steve, were you counting on this conversation? So here's the thing that women
Steve's
don't know
so happy he came in.
about prostate checks, okay?
What?
When the doctor checks your prostate, you might have an almost an urge to defecate. Like there's something about what's going on up there that is like,
What
oh
is
no,
wrong? What is
oh my
wrong?
God, I'm going to poop right on the doctor's hand.
Are you serious?
Yes. It can't just be me. There's no way it's just
I've had
me.
I've had my prostate
and you
checked.
weren't like, oh no, I'm gonna dump a load right here.
No. Well, first off, let me ask you this: when you went to see the doctor, did you like just have all this coffee in you, and did you already eat? Like, were you
5
prepared?
cigarettes?
I mean, did you feel like you were already you should have gone to the toilet before you went in to see the doctor, and then that was the problem because. It's just
like you're a porn star.
Yeah, seriously.
I think that I didn't know ahead of time. The doctor was kind of like, "Hey, we need to do a prostate check on you. It's time to do it." Maybe if I had known ahead
What
of time.
age do they say start?
50.
50.
Well,
yeah.
And it wasn't a doctor. It was kind of a guy I met behind the Chinese
I was going to say. He had no license.
All this makes sense now.
Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show, Glenn Garza and Daniel Paulus.
Drive. Let's make it smooth as that first quiet morning coffee. Right Drive, the only way to drive.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Enderman Personal Injury Lawyers. At GVILaw.com.
So what day is it?
Columbus Day. Time to celebrate.
Time to celebrate. How do you want to celebrate?
An extra long Columbus Day weekend. So Columbus Day.
We don't really celebrate Columbus Day.
I learned the true meaning of Columbus Day.
But instead of Columbus Day, it will be for
Native Americans.
Happy Native American Day.
Let the show begin.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Columbus Day.
It's Columbus Day. Good morning, El Paso. Welcome back to the Buzz Adams Morning Show. It's just Joanna, myself, and Alberto. For the week, Buzz is on vacation, but we still got plenty of fun to bring you guys. I was kind of wondering, where are all of our callers? Because we get a lot of neckline calls.
Yeah, and I'm on the app chat, and I'm like, nobody's messaging us. Do we really suck? And then we remembered, it's Columbus Day.
It's Columbus Day. That's right.
Some people are not working.
Oh, nice.
How nice, right?
Yeah, it must be, right?
Here we are. You're welcome.
Let's get a couple of neckline calls. How does that sound?
Yeah, let's do that.
Before I bring up the neckline calls, though, KLAQ wants to send you to London to see Falling in Reverse. Yes, you can see Falling in Reverse in London. You'll be at the OVO Arena at Wembley for the December 8th Falling in Reverse concert. You get airfare for two, a 3-night hotel stay, and $500 in spending cash. It could be yours. All you have to do is this. Listen for code words, okay? We're doing code words on the KLAQ mobile app Monday through Friday at these times, approximately 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8 p.m. during Loudwire nights. A winner must have a valid U.S. passport. Win Falling in Reverse in London, courtesy of Epitaph on 95.5 KLAQ. So that will be Glenn. You'll be listening to Glenn for that code word, not numbers. All right.
Cool.
This came at the beginning of the show. Let's see what people are talking about.
Hey, good morning show. Buzz. No, not Buzz. Nico, Joanna, and Alberto. I'm actually enjoying listening to the show.
He's surprised. He's like, I guess I'm enjoying this.
When we do the calls, remember what you got to do.
Remember, Alberto.
Oh, sorry. I forget you can't turn them up like louder.
Well, but it just doesn't
Well,
hurt.
just so that we don't have the music in the
Yeah,
background.
two things fighting each other.
Getting to know a little bit more about Alberto. And, you know what? Out of a scale of 1 to 10, I give it 8 out of 10 escargots. The 2 points missing being Buzz, but that's just him. And as far as that goes, I mean, I'm sorry for bullying you so much about being rich, Nico. I know you're not rich. I'm just messing with you.
I'm very not.
But I didn't realize that there was somebody even worse off than you, which is Alberto. And if you guys do a witty comedy, it could be called Poor and Poorer. But also, I noticed that the one that actually does have money but doesn't say much, might have a lot of money, is Joanna, because she's always there on weekends, overtime, remotes, and stuff like that.
She's everywhere.
So, acá, she might have some money hidden and stuff. So I was asking the wrong person for a loan the other day. Joanna, hit me up, bro. A loan, I'll pay you interest. All right, guys. Later.
Yeah.
That is true. I'm always at remotes.
She has offshore accounts.
Are you the one that is secretly hoarding?
You know, I have a lot of cats. That's not an easy lifestyle, all right? I have to maintain their lifestyle.
Their high level of
exactly
of living.
They like escargot.
All right. Were we talking about Civil War reenactors during one of those best ofs? Do you know?
God, we should have been listening, but I don't know.
I went to the bathroom in this last one, so I'm sorry. I was on the pooper.
I got to disagree with your caller about Civil War reenactors. I mean, I'm sure certainly there are individuals.
Oh, I think, okay, so just based on the context, me and Buzz and I have talked about this before, that we're pretty sure that anybody that goes to those Civil War reenactments, like there's a bunch of people who want to play the Confederacy, and it's just like, you're racist.
Oh,
You're racist in disguise.
I feel like maybe this was the 5 a.m. replays.
Okay, this could have been a 5 a.m. replay.
Right.
So people who want to be Civil War reenactors, Buzz and I are like, you might have a little racist tendencies in you or something.
And he didn't like that, I don't think.
Very sympathetic to the Confederate and the racist cause. But take a look around the world. Take a look at England, people who reenact the Battle of Hastings or the Battle of Stamford Bridge.
Okay, I don't think the Battle of Hastings is necessarily the same.
Racial implications.
Yeah, very good.
Nice. Alberto does real good.
Thank you. Somebody's been acing their civics classes.
Their SAT words.
You're right. The racial implications just aren't the same in other historical battles.
Or people who do the same things in France with recreating the storming of the Bastille or some of the more famous battles in Italy.
The problem is you don't have people living today that were still the members of the French aristocracy keeping people of France down. Like, it's not this thing.
Yeah.
It's not this thing that continues to reverberate with
people today.
Controversial or conflicting messages.
In France, there are all kinds of, I guess you could say, lonely, nerdy guys who aren't into comic books, who go out and do these kind of things. It's not necessarily a racist thing. It's very well could be just a respect for history.
All right. That's
a good point of view.
That's a very thoughtful, measured response to saying Civil War reenactors are racist. There probably are a lot of just history buffs or history nerds out there, but I have a feeling it just isn't the same.
Not at all.
All right. Next up, somebody's talking about the colonoscopy.
Hey, colonoscopy.
Oh, same guy.
Had 2 of them. Had great results. No polyps.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much, sir. Yep.
Wow.
Just giving us
the results. He's reading back his charts. Let me read the chart here.
And this is the last one. Let's see.
Hey, how you guys doing? It's DD Sam, just calling, touching base. Just listening to you guys, hearing you guys talk about Columbus Day and how Buzz is on vacation, which is cool. The guy deserves it. You guys do a fantastic job. Just want to say that. Do a fantastic job, and I appreciate you guys putting on an effort. But I also heard you guys talking about how you don't have too many, calls or messages on the neckline and all that. You can delude yourself as much as you want, Nico, telling yourself it's because of Columbus Day that people aren't calling. But people aren't calling because they know when Buzz isn't around, you guys play reruns half the time, so what's the point of calling if you're just going to be listening to reruns, But still appreciate you guys putting in effort, but it's not the same without Buzz, unfortunately. Talk to you guys later.
You know what? We couldn't agree with you anymore.
Yeah, not the same.
It's not the same with the big man himself. We love...
Which is why I had said, let's just do reruns the whole show.
But we can't do that to the people. They don't want to hear just the reruns. They want to hear some live stuff. I assume a little bit of it has to do with Columbus Day and probably not as many people driving to work.
True.
Right? Oh, we got another one.
What's up, Diamond Dogs? So, I've been listening for a while now, and I love Buzz, but maybe like a very unpopular opinion, I really like when Alberto's on. He's kind of like that weird cool kid in the background that just randomly says stuff, and then it hits. It's pretty funny. But the big question I think all of El Paso is having is, are they still them boys? Later.
Very nice compliment for Alberto and a subtle diss for our Cowboys.
Poor Cowboys fans.
Yeah, Alberto's the wild card. He's our Charlie Day to our Sunny in Philadelphia crew.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Wild card.
That's you.
All right, Joanna, you had something about Halloween places?
Oh, yeah, the top trending costumes of 2024.
What are people?
You guys have your costumes ready?
Well, Buzz got me mine.
Oh, that's right. We're doing the float. Alberto.
Do you have a separate one?
Yes.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Joanna's all in.
Because I'm already asking for the day after Halloween off.
Nice.
Because I would like to go out on Halloween.
I
Thank
see.
you so much.
Your play now.
Yeah. But Alberto told me during the break that he doesn't really like dressing up for Halloween. You don't like dressing up, Alberto?
I'm always 50-50 on it. I don't really, rarely. And I hate when, they'll be like, no, you can't, the parties, you got to come in with a costume. And they're like, ugh, whatever.
Alberto says, we're adults. We shouldn't be dressing up.
I'm a big boy.
I'm a party pooper.
I'm a big boy. Well, Google Trends released their annual collection of the top
Alberto's
trend-
just in the corner with his pop collar, in a polo shirt and jeans.
Sunglasses on.
Sunglasses.
The same jersey that he wears.
That's what I usually do. I'll wear a jersey. And people hate me for it.
It's like, what's your costume?
I'm this.
I'm a douche.
That's why he wears the sunglasses. It's always sunny in Doucheville.
Right, that's right.
Google Trends released their annual collection of the top trending searches for this year's Halloween season, or as they like to call it, the Frightgeist. And there are 10 overall costumes, starting in at number 10, which I'm surprised is very low on this Frightgeist, Lady Deadpool.
Oh, okay.
Did we all see Deadpool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many?
Oh, wait, no, I didn't see it. No.
How?
I said yes. I was like, wait, no.
Thanks.
How many Deadpools do you think we will see at the Halloween parade?
Oh, we'll see a bunch. But the fact that you can do your own version of it,
it just opened up so much more possibilities. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Deadpools. Coming in at number 9 is Sabrina Carpenter, which I don't really know how you would dress, but probably in some lingerie.
Yes.
It really? Who is Sabrina Carpenter?
She's the one that sings that song.
She builds houses, no?
That's a carpenter, not Sabrina Carpenter. You just put Sabrina into Google, and that's a movie. Sabrina Carpenter was a Disney Channel star. Now she's a singer. She's one of the top,
so she's
top
the
singers.
She's the newest Britney Spears.
That's one way to see
Kind of, yeah.
I just think
pop
of them
star,
as
blonde.
We're in a never-ending circle, a wheel of time
of pop stars,
of just life in general. But you can just see the same characters pop up every once in a while.
Right.
Like maybe Miley Cyrus was it at one point?
At one point, right, like 10 years ago, and now the torch has been passed on to Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 8, Dr. Doom.
Okay, that's a good one.
I can see that.
That's a good one.
Which is weird that it broke into the top 10.
Because there's not any Dr. Doom show or movie right now yet.
Not yet, at least. Coming in at number 7, this one I don't really know about. Red from Descendants, The Rise of Red. Which I think is a Disney Channel thing. And I only know this because Lisa, you just put red.
Yeah.
And it's giving you the color red.
It's giving me a lot of colors.
Google things like red from Descendants.
God, is this chair make you like this somehow?
Oh, okay. I see this. So it's like it's like one of those Disney live action
things. Yeah. Lisa tells me about it a lot. Coming in at number 6, Envy from Inside Out.
Oh,
which is cute. That's cute. We probably will see a lot of. No, but I finally saw it on Disney Plus, and it is really cute. And Envy really is like the star of that one. She's great.
She looks hilarious.
She's hilarious in it. Coming in at number 5, Pomni from The Amazing Digital Circus. Please Google that because I don't know what that is. I understood none of the words that I just said there. Pomni, Pomni, from The Amazing Digital Circus.
Pomni from The Amazing
That's
Digital
breaking in at the half point of these top trending costumes.
That's spooky.
From 2024.
Spooky
Jester. That's a weird one.
Oh, what the hell is this?
Look at her eyes.
What is The Amazing Digital Circus?
That's a really
We
good
are
question.
disconnected from the youth.
I don't know what the youths are doing these days.
It's an animated web series.
Oh, this is
Okay.
like something like for kids.
Yeah.
Alberto, now you can hit me with some music.
Okay.
Hit me with something spooky. Because now we are breaking the top 5. Coming in at number 4, Dolores from Beetlejuice, which I can only assume because I don't recognize the name is Monica Bellucci's character.
Oh, cool.
Probably. Maybe. I could be wrong. Coming in at number 3 is
this your spooky music?
I'm like looking for spooky
Alberto,
here.
I know that the Halloween song is on there.
I worked it out of the thing. Like, you know when you drag one on top of another?
You cleared the key, didn't you?
Yeah, on accident. When I tried to press
You got to bob and weave, man. You got to adjust, adapt.
I bobbed and weaved right into an uppercut, and it hurts really bad.
Coming in at number 4, please Google this for me too because I don't get it.
All right.
Catnap from the horror video game Poppy Playtime.
Oh, catnap. That's right for.
Oh, it's an actual cat.
Yeah. This would be like a good Halloween costume.
Oh, that's a scary cat.
Yeah.
Spooky. Oh, God. What the hell is this?
That's catnap, I think.
Poppy Playtime is the video game.
There you go. There you go.
Which is just in time to come in at number 2. We are doing the top trending Halloween costumes of 2024. Coming in at number 2 is Ray Gun, the Australian breakdancer extraordinaire. That is great, actually. And then I just want to see a bunch of people at the Halloween parade, like trying to do the
dancing
moves
horribly
with the little claws and everything.
That's actually half the costume.
All I'm thinking is, that's a real person.
That's not a costume.
I wonder how she feels.
She became a costume. And coming in at number 1, this is weird, the Shrunken Head Bob from Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's funny.
His name is actually Shrinker Bob, but I guess he is the number 1 Google trend searched costume for 2024. Shrinker Bob.
That's funny.
And those are your 10 overall costumes.
Hey.
They also have like a list of the duo costumes, which I think we can all guess what number 1 is going to be this year.
Mario and Luigi.
You keep saying that every year,
I'm
Nico.
going to wait till they are number 1 again.
No, number 1 is Wolverine and Deadpool.
Oh, nice.
How many Deadpools and Wolverines will we see? Like standing next to each other.
Yeah, a ton.
Yeah, we're going to see a bunch of those.
Alberto was onto something.
What is
Maybe Hawk Tua Girl could be.
That's going to be a costume this year.
Well, no, her and Luigi.
Why Luigi?
It's kind of like Loogie.
Okay. Okay. Maybe.
They also have makeup searches. Like people are searching up how to do the Coraline makeup, how to do Hello Kitty, how to do Sabrina Carpenter's makeup.
Yeah. Okay. So you brought up Sabrina Carpenter as a costume earlier, and I didn't even look her up.
So she's on tour right now.
I just looked up Sabrina. That's right.
You just did Sabrina. Yeah. I think something is with that chair, dude. It turns you into Buzzbrain. Sabrina Carpenter's on tour right now, and so she has like a whole array of different costumes for her tour. A lot of them are basically like lingerie.
Is that her style?
I think so, yeah. It's
nippy?
very like
a little nipply?
Like cute housewife who wants to be a little naughty in the 50s.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
totally
she also
see that.
kind of has like a little sultry voice and stuff. So I guess it kind of works out for her. She's also dating the dude from Saltburn.
The guy who licked the tub?
Yeah, that guy.
Wait, who?
I like how you knew that.
It's
The
like,
dude that licked the tub.
could you look at him the same way after he films that?
Right. No, not real, but that's her boyfriend now. So good for her.
All right, Joanna. Well, we are going to be doing the news next. We've got Steve Kaplowitz, I think, coming in a little bit later to talk sports. Yep. So more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show and not more of Best Ubs clips. Well, not that many, at least. Right after these messages.
I'm Daniel Paulus, and whether you're wrapping up your workday
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
This portion of the Buzz Adams Morning Show is brought to you by CNA Hydraulic Performance. For all your hydraulic needs, CNA Hydraulic Performance has you covered. No job is too big or too small. Call them today at 915-307-3333.
All right, welcome back to the Buzz Adams Morning Show, everybody. We are without Buzz this morning, but he will be back in a week. So let him rest, let him enjoy himself. Let us take care of you with all of your news and comedy needs for the rest of the morning.
Let us start your morning right.
Yeah, start it off just right. I'm going to have the news for you. I don't know if, Alberto, do you have the bed for that at all? Probably not, right?
No, I didn't put it in because I thought, we have Buzz's computer.
So he has a program called, he has several. He has one called Button Box and the one called Sound Bites.
Right.
And
Button Box.
they are not working for me today. I'm not sure if it's a temperamental thing or...
They just don't like you, I think.
Sometimes they don't work for Buzz either, so don't feel bad, Nico.
That's a good point.
Bless you.
Thank you. I looked for the cough button. I'm like, I don't have one. I don't have a cough button over here. I have to have, like, there has to be, like, a little list that just says all the show openers and songs, right? Buzz would be that organized that he would...
Okay, go to his email. He sent me a bunch on Friday. If you just go to his sent messages, I'm sure you'll find one.
I signed out of his email.
Are you...
Why?
So I could sign into mine.
Oh, right. Okay, I get you.
Yeah. But we are going to get to the news, so let's do that right now. You know what? Dealer's choice, Alberto. Dealer's choice on...
Okay. On music?
Oh, my God.
On theme?
Oh, I thought you wanted Disturbed for news.
Don't do that. We'll get in trouble again.
Okay,
and with your Monday morning news, here is Nico Aegean.
Oh, thank you, Joanna.
Good morning,
Thank you very
Nico.
much. Appreciate that. Good morning to you. Good morning, Alberto.
Good morning.
That's it.
How about entertainment news and music?
You know what? At this point,
You're doing great.
I'll take anything.
Honey, I love it.
Well, let's start off with some unfortunate news. At least 3 people were killed and dozens injured at a mass shooting across the country over the weekend. One person, so this is just in general across the country.
Oh.
One person was killed and 9 others were shot after the Tennessee State University homecoming parade on Saturday.
Oh, God.
One person was killed and 12 others were injured in a shooting that happened at a party being held at an event center in Oklahoma City early Saturday morning. And one person died after being fatally shot at a youth flag football game in Milwaukee. You know, it was a tragic weekend for gunshot violence. And President Joe Biden toured the St. Pete Beach region in Florida yesterday and announced more federal aid. Biden said that $600 million in aid will be going to areas affected by hurricanes Milton and Helene. Here he is at a press conference. Nope.
We're going to do everything we can to get power back in your homes, not only helping you recover, but to help you build back stronger.
The president went on to say that in moments like this, we come together, not as Democrats or Republicans, but as Americans. We are one United States. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said last week that FEMA will be able to meet immediate needs, but that the agency doesn't have enough funding to last until the end of hurricane season on November 30th. President Biden has called on Congress, which adjourned until after the election, to return to Washington to pass additional FEMA funding to deal with the devastation left by the most recent 2 hurricanes. On yesterday's Face the Nation, House Speaker Mike Johnson once again said that there was no reason for Congress to go back to Washington at the moment and that damage assessment wasn't complete.
It would be premature to call everyone back now because these storms were so large in their scope and magnitude. Congress appropriated $20 billion additional dollars to FEMA so that they would have the necessary resources to address immediate needs. And so we put that into the coffers. I just checked, Margaret, as of this morning, less than 2% of that funding has actually been distributed, right around 2% of it.
And the 5th test flight of the largest rocket to ever lift off has happened without a hitch for SpaceX and ended with a historic first. The over 20-story rocket launched just before 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time yesterday near Brownsville, sending the Starship capsule into space where it traveled halfway around the Earth before splashing down in the Indian Ocean, which was planned. The historic part comes when the enormous super heavy rocket returned to the launch tower, lowering itself down until it was caught by 2 arms on the tower like a baby.
Oh.
I know, right? SpaceX communications manager Dan Hout put it best on the company's webcast of the launch, saying, "Are you kidding me? What we just saw, that looked like magic." No,
Yeah, they sound like they're having fun.
They sound like they're having fun.
Yeah, they're having a great time.
We actually have a clip of all of them in the radio tower talking about it.
3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Is one of the most gorgeous things I've ever seen in my entire life. Coming up on hot stage separation confirmed.
Booster coming in. See how fast this vehicle is moving on the left-hand street. What an incredible view! Wow. I don't know about you, but we're losing our stuff up here.
We're losing our stuff over here.
I like how our audio source has it labeled under stupid news.
Yeah, I know. It's not even under like regular smart news.
It's just stupid. I like how they call it chopsticks also.
Well, it's because
definitely
it's the motion of two
Karate
chopsticks,
Kid
and it's
style.
two large beams almost that look like they just clamp around it. It really does sound like an incredible first. At least. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it sounds like an incredible first. Well, a sheriff in Georgia called deputies for help after Burger King got his order wrong. The staff was so upset, they locked the doors when his deputy backups came.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here's body cam recordings of Sheriff Craig Owens Sr. ordering his deputies around the Burger King, and Mike Donnellinger, the man he plans to hire as his chief deputy, talking about the incident.
Do me a favor. All I need is the owner name or whoever owns this manager. So I just need to find out who owns this place so I can do official complaint. I want to order her a Whopper with no mayo cut in half.
I think it is an abuse of power. Deputies run lights and siren, placing citizens at risk and his deputies at risk just so that he could get information from a business owner that clearly could have been followed upon on another day.
To be fair, when my Burger King order is not right, when that Whopper is not right, this is what I want to do too. So,
call for backup.
You wish you could call for backup.
And I'd be like, surround him and get the owner's number. That's literally all he wanted, and it was like, yeah, come on.
So he had to call for backup for that.
Yeah, because
lights and sirens.
No.
Because the other,
I forgot.
Was that your alarm?
I forgot to turn off the alarm.
We were just talking about it too.
Oh, sorry.
We're done. We're done with codes.
I'm
guys.
sorry.
No more code.
No more codes. Well, the 52nd annual Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta was a little eventful, but not in a good way. 4 separate incidents led to damage in the Albuquerque area. Almost 13,000 people were without power for about an hour after a balloon hit a power line on Tuesday. Another balloon hit a large tree, leading to one person suffering a head injury. And a different balloon with a pilot and 2 passengers hit a radio tower and knocked it down. And one balloon partially caught on fire after hitting power lines.
Oh, my God.
The 9-day fiesta is one of the world's most photographed events with over 100 balloons participating every single year. You ever been to the Balloon Fest?
No, but I hear it is amazing.
Yeah, Buzz has talked about it a lot. I think they used to go out to the Balloon Fest and broadcast from there.
Oh, that's
awesome.
Yeah, but Buzz has all these amazing stories about like, oh yeah, we used to go and broadcast from here, and we used to do it.
And then we tell him these days, like, oh, we should go broadcast from this. And no.
He's like, no.
He doesn't want to.
Okay.
No.
I'm okay right now. Here, I have some audio of that balloon. Where is it? No.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah. Well, I guess oh, no, there it is.
Oh, wow. What was that?
Did you see that come down?
That tower.
Yeah.
Did somebody hit it?
I don't know. It's a tower that came down.
A Nevada man was arrested at a security checkpoint outside Donald Trump's Coachella rally on Saturday. That's according to River County Sheriff Chad Bianco, who said at a news conference that the man was driving an unregistered black SUV with a homemade license plate and a shotgun, a loaded handgun, ammunition, and several fake passports. The driver claimed to be a journalist. Bianco said he felt like his deputies had prevented a third assassination attempt on the former president, but later walked that comment back.
He showed up with multiple passports with different names, an unregistered vehicle with fake license plate, If you're asking me right now, I probably did have deputies that prevented the third assassination attempt.
This is no bueno.
And Fisher Price has announced that it's recalling more than 2 million infants' Snugga swings due to a suffocation risk. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission said in an alert that the device should never be used for sleep and bedding materials should never be added to it. 5 deaths were reported in the last 10 years in the devices, all infants between 3 months and 1 year old. The agency said that in most of the incidents, the children were unrestrained and the swing had bedding material added to it and was being used for sleeping. The Snugga swing has been sold since 2010 at outlets, including Amazon, Toys R Us, Target, Walmart, and Sam's Club. I don't have kids, but I say these stories for people that do have
That's nice,
kids,
yeah.
right?
Be on alert, parents out there.
Yeah.
Snugga swing, recalled.
Otherwise, like, if there was like, oh, here's some tainted baby formula, like, I would skip that. Like, what? Like, I would normally just like, oh, whatever.
But we care about you, our listeners with children.
With the babies. If it was like tainted dog food.
Oh my God, let us all know about that.
Tainted cat food?
Let us know.
Alberto has a cat.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah. My little guy. My son.
Speaking of Alberto's little guys, a new sculpture placed prominently in Naples, Italy, has many residents angry. A 39-foot tall lighted penis with 2 red hearts nearby has been installed.
What? I
The
gotta find this.
not safe for work sculpture is called You're a Big Thing, and some want it gone now.
Yeah, it is.
Tourists were stunned and flocked to it so they could take photos. The mayor of Naples is defending the artwork and says, the idea of the work is of a stylized... Okay, I should do this. But the idea of the work is a stylized representation of the relationship between the Pulcinella and the hearts of the Neapolitans.
Okay, what has just happened?
It looks weird.
Is there just a giant dong in Naples?
I gotta
Yes,
show
there
you
is.
this.
Let's pull up the picture, please.
Oh my God.
Is it got a...
It's got a head and everything.
Oh my God.
It has a tip.
It's got a
It
helmet.
looks like it's got veins on it.
No.
Oh my
Them
gosh.
Snickers
It's a
veins.
veiny guy. Oh my goodness.
But it's also colorful.
Wow.
Like it looks like it was painted with watercolors.
Yeah, it's breathtaking.
And if you didn't know immediately that it was a penis, you would think that maybe it was a jellyfish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a weird
I wouldn't want to be stung by it.
That is a weird one.
That's a big penis.
And finally, Kate McKinnon's got some tips on embracing being weird.
I love her.
If anyone knows how to embrace being weird, it's definitely Kate McKinnon.
She was Weird Barbie.
She played Weird Barbie in Barbie, and she showcases her quirks, or has showcased her quirks on Saturday Night Live all the time. That's why she shared her tips on how to embrace the weird side. McKinnon wrote a children's book about it called The Millicent Quibb School of Etiquette for Young Ladies of Mad Science.
Oh.
For adults, here are Kate McKinnon's tips on embracing the weird. 1, lean on champions of your weirdness. Let the people who love your quirks raise you up and champion you.
Aw.
Do your best to reject pressure to be somebody that you're not.
That's good advice. Yeah.
Because
Thank you.
a lot of, Alberto, reject pressure
Thank you.
to be anybody that you're not.
You be yourself,
You
okay?
be yourself. Actually, you know what? Be less yourself. Accept the pressure to be somebody different.
Be someone a little better at
Give in to the pressure to be somebody different.
You should listen to that.
She also says, you'll never be too much for the right people.
That is true. If someone tells you you're too
You're
much,
a little too much. Well, you're not the right
you're not the right
enough.
person.
Celebrating your true self can be truly inspirational.
I love Kate McKinnon. That's beautiful.
I know. I love her too. And finally, how much is an arm and a leg worth?
North of 50,000.
I mean, yeah. How much does an arm and leg
Wait, are we
worth?
talking retail or wholesale?
If it's retail, then I would say, yeah, maybe
Well,
50,000.
We know pretty much because somebody was run over by a train, a subway train
Oh
in
my
New York.
God.
Yeah. And they lost an arm and a leg. Hey, I lost an
feel
arm and a
really
leg
bad
on this.
now about making fun of how much
Oh.
an arm and a leg is worth.
You're going to go to hell for sure. During the trial, an expert estimated that the victim's lifetime medical expenses alone could be $17 million. All right, but that's not the final total for arm and a leg. Here, we'll find out how much an arm and a leg really costs a person.
Oh God.
Okay. And it won't cost you an arm and a leg.
This campaign is costing us an arm and a leg.
Charged us an arm and a leg for the software.
Boy, these guys must charge an arm and a leg.
They charge an arm and a leg for that stuff.
We don't have to charge an arm and a leg.
They're charging him an arm and a leg, and he lets them walk all over him.
It's $90 million.
Oh my God.
I was shorting myself out this whole time.
I know, right?
Never let anyone tell you you're worthless because your arm and your
arm and
leg
could be worth $90 million. Alberto. And I lied. I have one more story.
Oh.
Okay.
We are about a month away from Election Day, okay?
Oh, yes.
So we have a campaign that has bought some time, and they want to
okay.
Provide some messages for the
That's
people.
important. We have to do that.
Hello, I'm Ed Schmier, candidate for Water Commission. I know that water is essential to our bodies, environment, and economy, unlike my opponent, Dan Snodgrass, who pees in pools. On Election Day, vote for Schmier to keep your water clear of pee.
Hello, I'm Dan Snodgrass, candidate for the Water Commission. My opponent, Ed Schmier, claims I pee in pools. I was 6. I didn't know better, unlike Ed Schmier, who goes to the beach in a mankini. On Election Day, remember, say no to Fanny, vote for Danny.
Hello, I'm Ed Schmier, candidate for Water Commission. My opponent, Dan Snodgrass, says I wear a mankini to the beach. What he doesn't tell you is he's the guy who walks up when you're washing your car and says, "Can you do mine next?" Which has never been funny. On Election Day, remember, vote for Ed Schmier. I'll leave you alone when you wash your car.
Hello, I'm Dan Snodgrass. My opponent, Ed Schmier, claims I go up to people washing their cars and say, "Can you do my car next?" What he doesn't mention is he thinks your baby's ugly. On Election Day, remember, vote for Dan Snodgrass. I like your baby.
Hello, I'm Ed Schmier again. Never said anyone had an ugly baby. What does that have to do with water? Vote for me for Water Commission.
So says the ugly baby hater in a mankini.
Dan Snodgrass is a total windbag.
I'm Snodgrass, and I think all babies are beautiful. Message approved.
All right, Buzz is gone. More of the millennial takeover and more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show right after this.
Music news, concert updates, song and album factoids, and of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock.
Bowlers off select appliance song. How doers get more done. Ballad 926 to 1016. U.S. only.
Local and loco.
Don't you know I'm loco?
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, 95.5 KLAQ.
Tell me about some of these celebrity connections. You were going through these, and I'd heard about a lot of them.
Yeah, but some I guarantee you will never have heard of, and some are just super interesting.
All right, go ahead.
These are wild connections between celebrities that will have you dropping your jaw.
And a lot of them are before either one of them are celebrities, or one of them was and one of them was not yet a celebrity. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll tell you when my draw jobs.
All right. First up, Dolly.
My draw jobs? My jaw drops.
Yeah,
I think I just did a spoonerism there.
Your dog can't job. Dolly Parton met Keanu Reeves when he was a little kid because his mom made many of her costumes, including her famous Playboy Bunny costume. In fact, Keanu went as Dolly in her Playboy Bunny costume for Halloween one year, according to him.
I think Keanu Reeves is going to come up a lot because his mom, I guess, was pretty well known in the music business for making people stage
Costumes.
dress.
Yes, because the next one is about Keanu Reeves as well. Alice Cooper once babysat Keanu Reeves when he was a kid. Alice Cooper didn't even realize that he'd babysat Keanu until Keanu Reeves revealed this to him on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. So I guess his mom, who was also a costume designer for Rock and Roll Stars, knew Alice Cooper.
And got Alice to Haiti mind watching the kid.
Yes.
And Alice Cooper was like, hey, kid, play with this boa constrictor for a while.
Cameron Diaz went to high school with Snoop Dogg.
I've heard about this one on a talk show one time. Cameron Diaz says she can't swear, but she's pretty sure that she bought weed from Snoop Dogg when they were in high school.
Correct, Buzz.
Yeah.
Actually, the exact quote is, "I'm pretty sure I bought weed from him." Which, that does check out if you really think about it.
Does it say what high school they went to in Los Angeles? Hollywood High?
It doesn't.
I mean, the fact that Snoop Dogg and Cameron Diaz went to the same high school makes me kind of doubt if Snoop Dogg was really from, like, the hood or not.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Next up, Tommy Lee Jones and Al Gore lived together at Harvard.
Absolutely. Also, the book and movie, I think Love Story, was based on Al and Tipper Gore. The guy who wrote that book wrote it about Al and Tipper Gore when they were in college.
That's interesting.
Does that one show up on your list?
I have not seen that yet.
Tommy Lee Jones was on the football team at Harvard, and he roomed with Al Gore. I did know about that one.
Next up, Mara Wilson and Ben Shapiro are cousins. Imagine how awkward those holidays are.
Well, I don't know much about Mara Wilson other than she was the little girl
in Matilda.
Oh, I was going to say in Mrs. Doubtfire. But you're right. She was also in Matilda.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Speaking of cousins, Joe Rogan and Gerard Way, the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, are also cousins.
First cousins?
Does not say.
Guys could be second cousins. It could be second cousin twice removed. All right.
Scarlett Johansson and Jack Antonoff used to date in high school.
I don't know who Jack Antonoff is.
Joanna, who's Jack Antonoff? He's a singer, right?
He's, singer-songwriter.
And he even wrote a song about her.
He writes a lot with Taylor Swift.
Next up.
Were they a couple?
In high school.
No. Jack Antonoff and Taylor Swift.
No.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Ed Sheeran slept on Jamie Foxx's couch for 6 weeks when he first moved to L.A. He bought a one-way plane ticket to L.A. for a single gig. Trying to keep the momentum going, he ended up on Jamie Foxx's radio show called The Foxhole. Well, that led to him performing at Fox's live music night at some place, and then eventually sleeping on his couch and using his in-home recording studio for free.
I got a question. Was Ed Sheeran completely unknown, or had he already started getting a little bit of fame?
When you're buying a one-way ticket to LA hoping to get your career momentum going, I don't think it's when your career's at an all-time high. Next up, Denzel Washington paid for Chadwick Boseman and a group of his classmates at Howard University to attend a summer theater program at the University of Oxford. When they ran into each other years later after Boseman had already made it big, Denzel Washington joked to Chadwick that he owed him money.
Okay.
Did you know that one?
I had heard that there was some kind of connection. Oh, here's one that I bet's not on the list. Samuel L. Jackson was a pallbearer at Martin Luther.
Stop it.
Is that on your list?
Yes. I was getting there. Next up.
I think everybody heard it already.
Children's poet and author Shel Silverstein actually worked for Playboy magazine and often hung out at Hugh Hefner's mansion.
Shel Silverstein wrote Where the Sidewalk Ends.
And The Giving Tree.
He wrote The Giving Tree.
Mm-hmm.
He continued to be a cartoonist for Playboy magazine for like 4 decades, even after he had become famous as a children's author. He also wrote the Johnny Cash song, A Boy Named Sue, was written by Shel Silverstein.
Oh, that's a fun fact I didn't know. This one is going to be wild, and probably for any Wes Anderson fans, you will make sense of it. After meeting in a playwriting class, Owen Wilson and Wes Anderson became college roommates and were both delinquents. Apparently, Wes Anderson and Owen Wilson had issues with their landlord who wouldn't fix their broken windows, so they staged a fake break-in for him to fix them. They also ended up moving out in the middle of the night, causing a private investigator to track them down for unpaid rent.
Wow. Was this at UT?
I think so, yeah. They both went to Texas. And Wes Anderson once wrote a paper that Owen Wilson passed off as his own.
Okay. And now Owen Wilson is in every Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah, right? Before skyrocketing to fame, Harrison Ford worked on a camera crew for The Doors.
The Doors, the band?
Yeah, helping film a road tour movie. Apparently, they partied so hard, even for him.
Oh, man, I'm just picturing Harrison Ford and Jim Morrison partying.
Harrison Ford is quoted as saying, after that tour, he wanted to join a monastery afterwards.
Well, you know what the real famous story about Harrison Ford was?
He was in Star Wars?
But before he was in Star Wars, he was a carpenter. And
yes.
He did carpentry work. And he was doing carpentry work at George Lucas's place at some point. And Lucas cast him in American Graffiti.
You've got some great swagger, kid.
Which was his kind of as Bob Falfa, the guy who does the drag race.
Yeah.
And a few years after that, George Lucas let Harrison Ford audition for Han Solo. He got that part.
The rest, as they say, is history. Werner Herzog once rescued...
Oh, man. I do a great Werner Herzog impersonation. You tell me the story,
okay,
and I will act it out.
Then you can act it out.
As director Werner Herzog.
Werner Herzog once rescued Joaquin Phoenix from a car crash. Joaquin Phoenix crashed his car, and it ended up upside down. Herzog happened to be passing by and saw the wreck. Joaquin Phoenix says he heard a gentle tap and a calming and beautiful German voice telling him to relax, which made him feel...
Are you okay in there?
Herzog then helped him get out of the car and then disappeared moments later. I got out of the car and I said thank you, and he was gone, Phoenix recounted.
I suddenly got Hulk-like strength from the adrenaline coursing through my veins, and I lifted the car off of Joaquin Phoenix.
Now you're getting into Bane territory for some reason.
Well, it's hard to improvise.
Yeah, right.
It's really a lot easier when I do like famous Werner Herzog
lines, right? As John Lovitz has told you, you can't do.
What?
Improvise.
It's harder to hold on to the impersonation when you're improving. Did you have any others?
I do. So my last wild celebrity connections are all going to really deal with Martin Luther King Jr. and his family. And there's just some wild connections.
There's a lot of it, including Samuel L. Jackson.
Leave that alone.
All right.
Martin Luther King Jr. paid the hospital bill when Julia Roberts was born.
Yes, I've heard that. I've heard Julia Roberts tell that story.
Why?
Don't know. It's something to do with her parents. They were associates or close in some way.
Roberts' parents ran a theater school that let in the King's children at a time when few programs would admit black children. When her parents couldn't pay the hospital bill, Martin and Coretta stepped in.
Wow.
Speaking of Coretta Scott King, she actually babysat John Lithgow when he was a kid, which is beyond random.
That just blows my mind.
Right?
Because John Lithgow is going to be in his 80s, right?
He's getting up there. He's close.
And how old is Coretta Scott King?
At this time?
I think she's passed away. I mean, double check my work here, but I thought
Joanna, can you check if Coretta Scott King is still alive?
She must have been a teenager, though, when she babysat John Lithgow.
Probably.
Coretta Scott King died in 2006.
Okay, so we're safe.
Thank God. I was right.
What?
Not thank God that she died.
God, come on. And speaking of Martin Luther King Jr., his father, Martin Luther King Sr., was once held hostage by Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson was part of a group protest against the school administration where he was at, protesting their curriculum, which involved locking the school board in a room. The school board included Dr. King Sr. in a room using chains from the walkways for an entire day and a half. At one point, Dr. King had chest pains, so they put him on a ladder, put him out the window, and sent him down. Jackson ended up being kicked out of school for the protest.
Does it say what the school was?
It does not say. Joanna, can you look up...
where did
Samuel L. Jackson get kicked out of school from?
No, I did not look that up.
I think it might have been Berkeley or someplace that was really known for campus politics in the 60s. But there's another...
He was expelled from Morehouse College.
Morehouse.
In 1969.
Which is surprising because he had been an usher at Martin Luther King Jr.'s funeral the year prior.
Wait, he was an usher at MLK Jr.'s funeral, and then a
year later
he was
kind
part
of
the
holds
group
his dad hostage.
Oh yeah, no, I thought they were in reverse order there.
Isn't that interesting?
Wow.
And finally, one last Martin Luther King Jr. celebrity connection. Martin Luther King Jr. once met Star Trek star Nichelle Nichols at an NAACP event and convinced her not to quit Star Trek. Quote,
I know this story.
He told me that he was my biggest fan, she recalled, and he asked me to please stay on the show.
Martin Luther King Jr., apparently a Trekkie.
A Trekkie, and for one very specific reason for this show. He asked me to stay on this show, that I was a role model to black children and women all across America. He told me that I couldn't leave, that I was a part of history.
And also, you fill out that mini skirt mighty fine.
Well, there weren't a lot of shows that depicted...
Right. If you had an African-American character on a show in the 60s, a lot of times they were either comic relief or
a
servant,
butler or the help.
Yeah, sure.
But she was a main character. Nichols, who was the first black woman to have a continuing co-starring role on American TV, would end up being one half of the first kiss between a black person and a white person on American television.
It was Captain Kirk kissed Lieutenant Uhura, but he was being forced to by a mind control alien.
Yes.
I guess that's the way they got away with it. We don't want to interracially kiss, but we're under the control of these... ancient Roman gods or something. That's the way I remember the episode anyway.
And with your weird celebrity facts, I'm Nico.
Find out what's going on. Quirky facts about our region. Urgent things you need to know impacting your drive. And of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock.
Care, along with other hospital upgrades. To learn more, visit umccares.org.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
Hello, good morning, and welcome back to the Buzz Adams Morning Show. I'm Nico Adjimian, and I'm with Joanna Barba, and of course, Alberto, the intern. We are taking over the show instead of Buzz while he's on vacation. Do we know exactly, it's just his vacation time, right? He didn't go for a reason?
He's hanging out.
He said he missed the family reunion.
That's right.
But it was a good one.
I bet it was. He said it was a good one and that he missed out on. And he was just going back home to see his mom.
Buzz has a very large family, so God, I can't believe that I know all of it, yeah. But I am writing the biography of Buzz Adams.
You're the one in charge of that.
Eventually, when I sit down to do it. Buzz has, his dad has 9 brothers and sisters. His mom also has about 10 brothers and sisters.
Well, it's from that time where they were just having kids. You know?
And Buzz is one of 2. Him and his brother. But they have tons of cousins and tons of uncles up there. So when they have a family reunion, there's normally about 200 people that show up, 200 to 300 people. So they, he says, yeah, we got to rent out the convention center or the local VFW or whatever large space we can get everybody into. And so it's a big deal for the family. And so I can see how missing it, probably,
for sure.
Yeah, probably was a
bummer.
Bummer for his mom. Definitely for his mom. So Buzz is on vacation for the week. But you got Joanna and me and Alberto.
Never fear. Because we are here.
We are here. Right? I thought you were doing an accent. So.
No, I was not.
Okay. We are here.
Yes, we are here.
And we are going to get into a list. I've got a list to see. Okay, I don't know how many people know or think that they're attractive or how many people know or think that they're not. But apparently, according to Reddit, there is a way to tell. Alberto, how do you think people know whether they're attractive or not? Are there? Do you know?
Do you know if you're attractive?
I don't know. That's a good question. How do other people know?
Who wake up and just know that you're attractive, call us into the neckline.
Yeah.
844-805-6325. Tell us what it's like to be God's favorite. 844.
That's a good question.
805-6325. How do you know you're attractive?
People probably come up and hit on you all the time.
How do you know you're attractive, especially when you're going through like a dry spell?
That's not specific to anybody, but that's just a general
just
question.
saying. I'm just asking.
That's just a general thing.
Do you guys ever have moments where you're just like, I'm so ugly?
Yeah, every day.
Because I think a lot of girls do, and we call it our luteal phase in our cycle, and it just makes us feel so ugly.
Well, okay, you were using a real medical term there, right?
Yes.
The luteal stage of menstruation.
Okay.
And you just kind of think you're ugly and no one is ever going to love you.
Oh my goodness.
And then you go into a different phase and then you're like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it now.
No.
And somehow every month it shocks me. It never ceases to shock me.
Joanna, you are speaking truth to power right now.
I'm sure someone out there can relate.
I don't have a luteal phase necessarily, but
But do you guys ever go through like, damn, I'm ugly?
Yeah. He goes through men PMS.
Yeah.
Or what was that New Girl episode on that?
Man PMS.
Man PMS.
MPMS.
You're Winnie the Bish.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody, especially maybe you are, single. Maybe that has a big deal.
A dry spell.
Maybe a dry spell has something to do with it. Maybe you're a little inebriated and you're just hanging out by yourself at home, looking in the mirror,
And you're just kind of like, oh my God.
looking to the dark future that lies ahead.
Sometimes you get home from work and you're like, have I looked like this
The
all
whole
day?
And
no one told me?
Yeah.
Oh, people tell me. Buzz tells me all the time.
Buzz tells yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm going to get into that, how people can tell if they're attractive
Oh, good.
or not. I also wanted to bring up, we got a message about, today is Columbus Day, but it's not, it's technically Columbus Day.
I
but
guess the calendar will say it.
Some people's calendars might, but we've progressed.
Right.
We've woken.
Of course.
To the plight and the hypocrisy of Columbus. So
we've opened our eyes.
This is really Indigenous Peoples Day.
Of course. Yes.
Because he kind of
yeah, colonized everybody.
Colonized
that bitch up.
Colonizer.
So happy Columbus Day
happy
to
Columbus
colonizers
Day.
who celebrate.
So
Isn't it funny when I call Buzz a colonizer?
It's funny. And then it's funnier how he doesn't react. He's always like,
He's just like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I am the colonizer of this place. All right. So attractiveness is subjective. Absolutely. Okay.
Of course.
There is no definition of beauty or what looks good to somebody. Things look good to different people.
Yeah.
Right? Reddit, though, has some ideas about how people can tell if they're attractive.
Oh.
Some responses are pretty obvious, like, as someone who used to be young and attractive, you get hit on. I realized it when I got older and was no longer getting hit on. So
they're like, it just stops.
Yeah.
At some point.
Now, I'm not sure if that has to do with the young part or the attractive part.
Yeah.
Be a mix of both.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
But other signs are more subtle. Like someone said, old people will say it out loud. But little kids will let you know if the opposite is true.
Like old people will
say,
tell you.
You're so pretty.
You're so pretty. But yeah, no, little kids are brutal and they'll be like, why you look like that? And I'm like, get your little iPad out of my face.
That's at 2% forever. You never charge it
It's
past
a 2%. And it never dies.
It never dies. All right, but we all know what a good-looking person is when we see one, right? I think,
Oh, yeah.
we all know
heads turn.
what our style is. Yeah.
I think we can all admit when someone is attractive and you're just like,
the gaze
damn.
does not avert.
Exactly.
More than 7,000 responses have come in, and these are some of the best for helping people realize that others find them attractive.
Okay.
Okay, number one. Little freebies when you're in public. An extra free scoop on the ice cream, a parking attendant telling you, don't worry about paying, as you're just there for a couple hours. Freebies that are supposed to be for members, maybe of a certain group you're not a part of, like Costco or military benefits. You know any of those people?
We know someone like that.
Ooh.
Lisa.
Yeah, and she'll be like, they are so nice.
They're
and
so
I'm
nice to me.
yeah, look at you, girl. No wonder they were so nice.
They give me a free scoop of ice cream. Oh my God.
And then I'm all like, you got free ice cream?
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Buzz and I have had many conversations on pretty privilege.
Pretty privilege. Yeah, that's what we should call it.
We absolutely have talked about, like, there's totally a double standard for, maybe
And
this
then
should tell me and Buzz
this
something about
one
us.
friend of ours is always like, oh, well, I needed my TV to get fixed, and my friend came over to fix it. And then she's all like, well, a lot of friends wanted to come over and fix
Like,
it.
all my friends wanted to come over
And then
and
I
fix
had
it.
one of them fix up my shelf. I had another one do this, and I'm all, yeah, I wonder why.
This was Lisa again, right?
Yeah,
This
Lisa.
This is all Lisa.
Steve, how do you know if you're attractive?
Yeah.
He's not even set up. That's the best part.
Well,
Be thinking about that question
'cause
while you
there-
get yourself set
There
up.
are ways. There's pretty privilege, okay? Like a girl that gets free stuff.
But
you
then
know?
those girls are like, wow, everybody's just so nice.
You don't think
That's
they
not
realize
how the world works.
Oh,
Some
they
of them
have
may
to
realize.
They triple charge me when I go.
Lisa does not realize it. She's just like, everyone is so nice.
So this is all about how do you know when somebody is attractive? How do you know if you're attractive, Steve? Strangers.
He's still setting up.
Strangers will remind you with favors and invitations. Like strangers will make the effort to spend time with you, not the other way around.
Okay.
That's what one person's saying.
I've been giving this a lot of thought, and I've got nothing.
Do you ever go through a phase
Joanna,
where you're like, oh my God, I'm ugly?
especially at the end of your menstrual cycle. Yeah.
Well, after my cycle is over, that does come to play. No, it's so funny because, having been in this business now almost 30 years, I find that being on the radio
Yes.
enhances your profile.
Oh.
Yeah, right. But that has nothing to do with your your physical attractiveness.
No. Like, I mean, do you have a lot of people come over and tell you how good looking you are?
Not recently.
No.
It's been a while. Yeah, my mom.
Yeah, there you go.
My mom, my grandma. Yeah.
The family is probably your best. That's the best bet for your for your self-esteem.
I
Tell you
mean,
how good looking you are.
I absolutely know for a fact that Buzz would not have been able to get, because he's had a lot of girlfriends.
Yeah. He has a lot of women in the app chat who are after him.
Really?
Yes.
Because he's not the type of person to go up to women or girls to talk to them.
Is so scared of rejection.
Right.
That he will not make the effort to go up and talk to somebody. Not even just to say, hello, how are you? I'm Buzz Adams.
We'll go out one time and
We will force him.
I'll bring my friends out, and I'll have some friends who are girls hang out, and Buzz will be talking to them. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll ask me for their number.
Nice. That's the ultimate player move.
Wow.
He wants you to be the wingman.
Give me her number. What's up with her?
He's like, ask her if she likes me.
I'm like, dude.
And then you have to be like, my friend over there thinks you're cute. It's Buzz.
You're Buzz. You're Buzz Adams.
All Buzz Adams has to do is say,
get a
hi,
number.
I'm Buzz Adams.
I'm trying to think.
No, he says that's creepy.
If I've ever been his wingman over the years, and I don't think I have. Like, I'm
think
starting
he gets-
to think about
he
that.
He gets weirded out in public like that. So,
Really?
But you have to realize something. I don't think I ever went to bars or clubs with Buzz over the years. Like,
well, you guys probably weren't. Well, when you started, no.
No, I mean, I went now.
You and Johnny.
Johnny, yes. Actually, in the very first couple years, a lot. And then also just other people I was hanging out with. Robert Garcia, back in the old days when Robert was at the radio station. Robert, by the way, okay, as a male, everybody thought Robert was good looking. So that was
Like
the
a
thing.
Robert.
Oh, and it wasn't like, he had to go up to girls. Girls would go up to him. So it was like the reverse effect.
Amazing.
So he just had that effect on people.
Goes to our next how people can tell if they're attractive or not. When you don't find it that hard to look for someone to date. When you don't
Look
have
at
to,
Nico's face of, what?
Yeah.
Astonishment.
When you don't find,
He pretty much forces them, right, Nico?
no, shut up. I do sit at bars till close. I don't know if that's forcing anybody or not, but
They're forcing you out, and they're like,
You're waiting to see who's still around.
yeah,
when
I'm
it's
waiting
over.
for the leftovers. Of
You're
like, who's still?
they're like, you gotta go.
You're in that 7th round draft.
You
pick.
want to go home? It's like, all right.
You're drafting last. That's how I am too.
I had a friend growing up who was very attractive to everybody, and like women would we would be at a place, and women strangers would just go, "Excuse me," and tell me, "Excuse me," but I got to tell your friend, you are just beautiful. You are so beautiful, gorgeous, attractive, and I just want to let you know. And then they walk off,
And you're all like, hello.
Yeah, like when people tell you, when strangers come up to you, that's an easy way of knowing if you're attractive or not. And that was number 6. People legit come up and tell me how beautiful they think I am, men and women alike. I don't really think about it otherwise. You liar. You absolutely think about it.
Right. That's a lie. They totally think
There's
about
no
it.
way that you go to the gym for your health.
I will say, though, a night out at the gay bars is really good for my self-esteem. The gays think I'm beautiful, so.
You are beautiful, Joanna.
So, thank you. So, it's good for my self-esteem, especially when I'm in that luteal face.
Have you ever heard this quote? When you're attractive, the world will let you know. But if you're not, you'll have to figure it out yourself.
If you have to question, they're like, if you have to question if you're attractive, I think you just gave yourself your answer.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Alberto, the girls, they come up to you?
I'm trying to think if they come up to me. No, not really.
Do you go up
you know
to girls?
why? I don't go up to girls, but you know why though? Is because I'll also wear some just like the other day I went out to like a bar. I wore like tie-dye sweatpants and a jersey to watch a game at a bar.
So what you're saying is you're going exactly the opposite. You're trying to not be attractive to women when you go up
pretty
to
much
the,
like I go out like
you're trying to
repelling.
You're trying to repel them. That's exactly right.
I just wear whatever I want to wear, and that's just like sometimes it's like, whoa, what
You
is
sound
this
dressed for
put
a strip
together?
club more than
A strip club?
Yeah, you want to wear loose clothing. Nothing constricting. All right. We got Steve Kaplowitz in studio. We're going to have a sports update in just a little bit and more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show right after this.
While you're working away, we're working for you. Our job.
And additional speed, other restrictions apply. Visit att.com/one network for details.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
All right, welcome back to the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Buzz is on vacation, but it's the Millennial Takeover with Joanna Barba, myself, and intern Alberto.
Woo!
Whoop, whoop. We've got Steve Kaplowitz in studio.
Not a millennial, that's for sure. I'm bringing up the average age of this radio show today.
You are millennial adjacent.
Sure.
Adjacent, yes. I think I'm what am I, a Gen X?
Yeah. Are you? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know either. What are you?
Well, I think when you're born, I was born in 73, so I think that puts me as a Gen Xer.
Yeah, but then that would mean Buzz is a Gen X, and I don't consider
We don't
him-
want to admit that one.
Yeah, I consider him more of a Civil War veteran.
Are you gonna say, you put Buzz as the baby boomer?
Yeah. If
Silent
anything.
generation, maybe.
Buzz has knowledge that only a 1,000-year-old would know.
Yeah. You know what? Buzz technically falls in the Gen X period. He really does, because based on, yes, his birth and that period, he was considered Gen X. That's right.
The funny thing, so I've hung out with him and his mom will be like, yeah, he's been like this since he was little. Like, he's been an old man since he was
He's
little.
finally growing into his personality.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you know what? He might just have an old soul.
An old soul.
And we always talk about that because there are some people that you'll just look at and say, yes, I could see that he has an old soul. So maybe Buzz is that kind of person.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I like? I like the fact that when he's on vacation, he is the focus of this radio show completely. Like,
Well, it is called-
We are going to.
It's called the Buzz Adams Morning.
We are
the Buzz
going
Adams
to
Morning
let's
Show.
psychoanalyze Buzz while he's on vacation. And he's not here to
because
defend
sometimes
himself.
I'm like, what is going on with this guy?
There's a whole.
And then there's like a whole thing where we're like, maybe we shouldn't know.
A doctor could do a whole study on just Buzz's psychology.
And then be baffled at the end of that study still.
People are strangely fascinated with him and his psychology. So I have a feeling people would be into this.
Yeah.
All right, I got a Nick Line call to play just for you, Steve.
Oh, very nice.
Chick Cowboys. Those Detroit pussycats that came with claws. And these scratches are pretty bad. The left is bad. But it's okay. It's okay. It's a couple losses. Don't worry. We can still get out there to the Super Bowl. Woo!
You know, as far as Cowboys fans go, okay, because last night it was a terrible football game. They were beyond awful, okay? And it was on Jerry's birthday too. Happy birthday, Jerry Jones. Your team sucks. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. But here's the thing, guys, okay? Normally, the Cowboys at this time of year we play 6 games? Mm-hmm. They're normally about 4-2, 5-1, and fans are excited and they're ready to think Super Bowl.
Are they 3-3 now?
They are 3-3, and they have problems. Whereas normally this time of year, their deficiencies have been masked. Fans don't see them as they're not as glaring as they are now, and they're on this ride, which usually takes them into the playoffs in January, only to have their hopes dashed and realize, here we go again. Let's wait for another season. Now that we know they have so many problems, okay? They are, especially on the offensive side of the ball, but defense too. Like, they were without the 2 best defensive players yesterday, and Detroit just picked them apart. Completely picked them apart. And then offensively, Dak looked terrible.
He threw 2 picks.
Yeah, and they weren't
Thank you,
good.
Alberto.
That's why he's here. And also, their running game is a problem. They don't have one. And their offensive line is a problem because they're not good. So when you look at everything and you put it all in and you wrap it up, you have a very average football team right now. Average. You know, they're 3-3. It's an average record for an average team. And I guess the good news, if you're a Cowboys fan, is this. Washington lost yesterday. They've played well, but they're beatable. Philadelphia struggled with a very, very bad Cleveland team, but won. They have not looked good this season. And the Giants are terrible. They can't score at home either. Oh. So, they lost last night on the Sunday night game to Cincinnati.
To the Bengals, yeah.
That's right.
Actually, let's hear that final call.
Okay.
And that Bengals defense allowing single digits for the first time in 76 games, snaps the longest current streak in the NFL of a defense giving up double digits. So that makes it even happier homecoming for Anarumo and the Bengals, who moved to 2-4 and head to Cleveland on Sunday.
Yes, and again, that was a bad game to watch. Last night, as a New York sports fan, it was a mess. First off, I'm a Jets fan. They play tonight, Monday Night Football. I'll be at Border City Ale House, 1506 Lee Trevino.
This is the first game they'll play since the firing of their
Robert Saleh. That's right.
Coach.
Jeff Ulbrich is the new acting interim coach for the rest of the season. He was their former defensive coordinator, so he now assumes the role of head coach. They've taken the play calling duties away from Nate Hackett. They've given them to Todd Downing, who was an assistant offensive coach. And now, we'll see what happens. I mean, listen, the great thing about the Jets is this. When your team sucks every year, like they do, I have very little expectations.
Right.
Even with Aaron Rodgers in as quarterback, I was excited, but I always will temper my enthusiasm.
Right.
I am not one of these fans that says, we're going to the Super Bowl. No. I'm a realist. I'm a realist. That's right. Nice. That is right. The last time the Jets went to the Super Bowl, none of us were born. In fact, Buzz was in diapers the last time the Jets were in the Super Bowl. It's been a while. So, as you might imagine, I'm not worried about that.
All right.
But last night, I watched the Giants lay an egg at home to the Bengals. I watched the Mets lose to the Dodgers 9-0.
Yep.
It was a rough night if you are a New York sports fan because all the New York teams played like crap. And it's just the way it was. And by the way, the Dodgers looked tough. They look like a world for one game. If you just judged game one, they look like a World Series team. And some will say, well, they've been a World Series team all year. Well, they looked really good yesterday at home.
This isn't the World Series, though. This is
the National League Championship Series.
Okay.
It's the semifinals of the baseball playoffs. Is the best way to put it. Okay.
Let's hear that final call of the Dodgers.
This one, game one-sided. 9-0. The Dodgers over the Mets.
Game one. How many games are there going to be?
It's a best of 7.
Best of 7. Okay.
Which means you could play up to 7. You could play as little as 4 because it's the first team to win 4 games. The Dodgers lead it 1-0. And they play game 2 this afternoon, 2:00. That gets going. And then later tonight, around 5:30, we have the Yankees and the Guardians. So the New York Yankees will be hosting the Cleveland Guardians. Game 1 of that best of 7 series in the American League Championship Series.
So here's the final calls. The Guardians defeated the Tigers 7-3 to advance to the ALCS.
Clase trying to send them to the ALCS. 2-2. Bouncing ball. Naylor's got it. Clase covers. Ball game. And the Guardians are headed to the American League Championship Series. It is their 6th, the first since 2016.
So it's been 8 years.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland
It sounded
rocks.
nice to hear the roar of the crowd.
Yes, well, that was in Cleveland, not in Detroit. If it was in Detroit, you would have heard no roar.
Boo.
And by the way, I was rooting for the Tigers because Detroit hasn't been the Tigers haven't been back to the American League Championship Series in a long time. So I was really kind of pulling for them. They're a fun story. They were the underdog story, but they have gone away.
Well, I was asking Alberto about that earlier. The Lions, that kind of used to be a joke if you lost to the Lions, right? Like,
oh yeah,
can't believe you-
punchline.
But they've gotten much better since the time of those jokes, I guess.
They have. Their head coach, Dan Campbell, is he's a risk taker. But yesterday was a tough game because despite the win over the Cowboys, they lost their best defensive player to the season. He has a season-ending injury, a knee injury. It was, Aiden Hutchinson, who is one of the best defensive players in football, and he was completing a sack of Dak, and his leg bent in the wrong direction.
Was that what you were showing me, Alberto?
And that was it.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the video. That looked very nasty. That looked like a season-ending injury for sure, based on what I saw.
Yeah, it was. And in fact, the game was delayed about 10 minutes while they had to take the stretcher and get his leg, fully, what do you call that? When you basically put it up and you kind of have it in place.
Splinted.
Yeah, splinted, right? And then they took him up on the, they took him up on the cart and carted him off the field. Yeah, it was a bad situation.
What games are you looking forward to this week?
Well, tonight, as I mentioned, we have Monday Night Football, Jets-Bills. That's going to be at the Ale House. We've got lots of baseball. In fact, both games are tonight. As I mentioned, Yankees-Guardians will be the night game. The Mets-Dodgers, the day game. Those will both be going on. And then we also have hockey started. So the NHL season is underway. NBA preseason is underway. So this is a fun time of year. And college football, by the way, over the weekend.
We didn't even talk about that.
No, we had wild games. We did. We had some crazy finishes. Texas. I really wish Buzz was here today because we always get excited about the Red River rivalry.
That's the Texas versus Oklahoma, the Sooners versus UT, right?
Yes. And of course, he doesn't show the day that Texas just annihilates Oklahoma and beat them pretty convincingly, 34-3.
Did they beat him like a redheaded stepchild?
They did. They crushed them.
No.
But
also, poor redheaded stepchildren. I mean, I feel bad for even saying that. Is it true? Did you have to set your college degree on fire because?
Yes, he burned it.
Buzz burned it?
He burned my diploma.
Oh, my goodness.
Because you guys had put a bet on this exact game, this rivalry game.
Yeah, that was the bet. And yes, it cost the diploma.
Oh, my God.
What'd you do? Like just order a new one?
Yeah, that's what you do. I mean, you go online and you order a replacement.
I don't know. To me, it'd be like, there's no more. That's it.
There's no more.
That would be hilarious. You can't even
you
order.
have to call up and be like, hey, can I get a new one?
What happened to it?
burned it.
What happened? I lost a bet, and it burned up is what had happened to it. So yes, the replacement it doesn't have the same effect though. I mean, like I was handed one, and
But then I feel the following year, Buzz he lost the bet, and he had to sing out on the corner here.
That's true. He did.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
I didn't know that one.
And we've gone together to the Texas OU rival.
yeah.
Matter of fact, Buzz and I went to the state fair for that game with some winners. The year he knocked out his teeth.
Oh my God! How? What did he do? A punch in the face?
We'll tell you later.
Yeah, it's a long story.
Long story.
It was a Tuesday.
But
at 5 p.m.
You got a call.
I got a call. Yeah.
But that was were you around at that time? Was that
no, I had just left his house.
Oh my God.
Actually,
oh my God.
Me and I took my friend Brian over to hang out with him, and we had like a couple beers, and then
Buzz thought, let me get on my motorized bicycle.
No. First he thought, let me take my Lunesta at 5 p.m.
Yes.
5:30.
He was all Lunesta.
After the beers, and then let me get on my electric bicycle.
And he was on the phone
while FaceTiming with my mother. And so the bike had too much power, and he went straight into a brick column, and his head flipped over onto
Alberto,
the top of the
I'll show you pictures later.
Yep. And those teeth just got knocked out. I just remember the text from Kevin with the pictures in it. I'm like,
oh my God, yes. We all got that text.
For 1 hour. I can't leave you alone.
And it was wild watching him eat fried food at the state of Texas. He had no teeth, and yet he was doing just fine eating. Going right into some fried Oreo or some other concoction we had that day at the state fair. But we had a good time. It was a lot of fun being there that afternoon. And it's a thing. I've been to the Texas OU game with him, and a lot of other events over the years. We've had fun.
You're going to be at Ale House tonight?
I will be giving away prizes. It's going to be a good one. In fact, I'll be giving away some UTEP tickets. They play Wednesday night this week against Florida International. Miners still in search of their first win of the season in football, although volleyball is doing great. Volleyball is, I think, 18-2 on the year.
Oh, wow.
Undefeated in the conference. They've been winning, and they're nationally ranked. They're closing in on the top 25, so they've been really strong all season long. In fact, volleyball has become the thing at UTEP. They've transformed Memorial Gym into Club Memorial. Jason Craig is DJing at Memorial for all the matchups. So it has been a lot of fun, and they will be back home this week too. So congratulations again to UTEP Volleyball. That has been a great story.
Yeah, great job, ladies.
This whole season.
Any chance you can introduce us?
Would you like to be introduced to volleyball players?
I would. Just the team. No, just the team. I want to support. I just want to support.
Would you like to go to a practice one day? And maybe you could be a ball boy.
Yes.
And your job could be to retrieve all the balls and then put them back in the bin, and then afterwards you get to say hello to everybody.
Yes, I'm a great ball boy.
Okay.
I'm sure you are.
Follow my instructions.
We can work on that. That would be good.
Yeah, right? A little fun.
Yes.
Any other... yeah.
Okay, I can talk about Underdog Fantasy for a second.
Yeah,
fantastic. Please. Well, you know what? Kickoff is here. Football is back. And look, I've been talking about this the last few weeks on the morning show. I really have. Ever since I downloaded the Underdog Fantasy app, I've had the opportunity to play daily. It's a daily fantasy contest, folks. And I've always been involved in fantasy sports, but on a daily basis, it makes it more fun, especially with Underdog picks. You can use, stats and projections, higher or lower, and have a chance to win. In fact, over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog. It is so easy to do. In fact, it's straightforward. Signing up is even easier. And I'm hoping right now we can get our listeners here on the morning show to enjoy what I've been enjoying. All you have to do is head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with promo code KLAQ, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry.
Nice.
Plus, that's right. Up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. So that's Underdog Fantasy, promo code KLAQ, to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 18 plus and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
All right. Thank you, Cappy. We will have more of the Millennial Takeover of the Buzz Adams Morning Show right after this.
Hey, it's Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from AC/DC to Alice in Chains to God.
To how big we... That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
It's fall. Leaves change color. Temperatures cool. It's the perfect time to...
Wake up, El Paso. Buzz Adams is back.
You are kidding me.
No, senor! Only on KLAQ.
Hello and good morning. Welcome back to the Buzz Adams Morning Show, the Millennial Takeover with Joanna, Barba, and myself, and intern Alberto. We've got you covered all week while Buzz is on vacation. That's
Where
right.
is he, by the way? Is he home?
Yep, he went home. He missed his reunion. You know the big one that they have, like, I think like 300 people show up to the family reunion every year.
Wait, they do a family reunion?
His family?
Every
Yeah.
Oh, I had
year,
no idea that
yeah.
there's an actual Witt family reunion.
Yeah.
I think it's his mom's side. That he
Yes.
says is so big. Every year they do this family reunion.
He's got his Aunt Clara and his Aunt Matilda.
Oh, speaking of reunions, I had the chance Saturday night to, I don't want to say crash, but I'll say join the Coronado Class of 89 35th reunion.
Hey.
So I was... I was 91. I was not 89, so I missed it by a couple years. But I had a chance to reunite with some people that I hadn't seen in a long time, and it was great that they all came from out of town. So people from Seattle, Denver, all over the country, and they all convened here in El Paso. So that was a lot of fun, and
That's so cool.
Just want to thank Tracy for giving us the opportunity. She organized it, and it was great. It was a lot of fun.
Wait, which Tracy?
Presley.
The one we know?
Yes.
Oh, you went to high school with her?
Well, she was a few years ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
But yes, we're in that same range.
Oh, very cool.
So yes.
We were talking earlier about how people know when they're attractive or not. We had a couple neckline calls. Do we have the call now?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Send a live call, yes.
Yes, okay, we have a live call. Somebody wants to talk to Steve.
I believe this is Chris.
Yes.
Did I press it?
Just press it, yes.
The left one, right?
Yeah.
There it is.
Chris?
Hello.
Hey, yes, hello.
Awesome.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Chris. Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, I got a question for Steve.
Sure.
All right, with UTEP. So I was going through the social media on Facebook on the Mountain West, and you wouldn't believe it, Steve. A lot of fans from New Mexico are excited for UTEP to be joining the conference. Right? I don't know if you've seen the comments. They're excited about us going down there, battling it out as we always did years ago. No negative comments from any other schools, but they pretty much hate Fresno, on these pages, on these groups, Mountain West. Now, the question to me, Steve, the question I have for you, is UTEP going to be ready, once we move into the Mountain West? They're excited with the basketball team.
Sure.
They're excited with the football team. But, come on. We really need to get really good recruits. Is this going to help out UTEP with the recruits as well?
It will. It will. Now, let me say this, Chris, and I appreciate the call. And you're right. A lot of fans around the Mountain West are excited because I think it's sentimental reasons. A lot of these schools like New Mexico used to have UTEP when they were all in the WAC together. So fans know UTEP from those days. And sometimes you kind of, you miss what you once had and you don't have it anymore. So there weren't a lot of options at this point for the Mountain West. And UTEP was probably the best of the group because of where they're located and the fact that they all played in the same league together. So I could see that, why there, a lot of fans from New Mexico and other places wanted the Miners back. So I'm happy about that. As to your other question about will UTEP be ready? Look, football is going to need the 2 years to try to get themselves up to speed. I was in Kentucky this past week watching the UTEP game against Western Kentucky, and it's been tough to watch. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This team they're winless. They're winless right now, and I don't know if they're going to win games this season. You hope that in 2 years, by the time they move to the Mountain West, they've rebuilt the program a little bit. Their new talent that are coming in, their recruits are better, and they're able to play on the level of some of the Mountain West teams, because the Mountain West does have a pretty good football league. So basketball, I think, will be fine. Basketball is going to be already one of the top teams in this league, in Conference USA, and I'm not worried about that. So football is the key. I mean, you really hope that Scotty Walden will be able to build this thing in a few years, and hopefully by the time the Miners move into the Mountain West, they've got a team that can at least be competitive and win some games. So, that's what we're all hoping for right now. I wish I could look into a crystal ball and tell you yes, but you can't, especially when you're dealing with football that hasn't been good in the last 20 years since Mike Price first arrived at UTEP.
Well, Steve, what goes into the recruitment? How do donations come into it? Do boosters come into it?
A ton of money. Okay. Yeah, so that's the key. And that's the one thing UTEP was saying, that, okay, now that we're going back to the Mountain West, where the fans wanted us to be, we need more money from fans, right? Because the only way we're going to be able to compete is if we can raise more money from donations, attendance, and things like that. So they're banking on the fact that fans that haven't given to UTEP in a while will start to give, realizing that the more money you give, the more the easier it's going to make for them to be able to compete with better schools. So you actually hit the nail right on the head there.
Yeah, and there's another thing that they talk about on there, because I even joined one of the groups, the Mountain West group, and there's a lot of trash talking there. But one thing everybody there on that group was talking about was seeing if the PAC and the Mountain West combine the conference together and make a powerhouse conference that way. Is that possible, or is that just a fantasy thing?
That's a fantasy thing, and I'll tell you why. And it's a good question. The reason is that when the 5 schools left the Mountain West to join the PAC, there was a lot of bad blood, a lot of bad feelings that, well, these 5 schools left us behind, and I don't believe that these 2 conferences have any interest in joining forces at all, considering the PAC took 5 of the better schools in the Mountain West and plucked them away to join their league. So, no, I think they're going to stay separate. And, the Mountain West is happy with the schools they have. The PAC is happy with what they've been able to build so far. And, yeah, they're going to be rival leagues. They're not going to ever join forces, at least not in the near future.
I mean, thank you for answering a lot of these questions, because I was really impressed about how the fans in the Mountain West was excited with UTEP. I'm on besides our schedule right now and how bad we are. I mean, I pray every season that UTEP actually makes it to
we all do.
Bowl game.
We're all
That's right. Everybody's praying. You're right, Chris.
I'm lighting my candles every night for them.
Hey, Chris, appreciate the phone call. Thanks for getting in today.
Yeah, you guys have a good morning.
You too, man.
Bye.
See, these are the calls that can always join Sports Talk as we have a dial tone now. That's what I'm used to when we get on the air.
Yeah,
the dial tone.
Drop.
What is drop? Oh, that's drop.
There you go. You know what? I like when you run the phones.
Yeah.
It's good. Reminds me of when Alberto runs the phones for me.
Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome. You're welcome.
This is a lot of the job I'm not part of, so
we are learning as we go.
So imagine that times a million back.
Well, you had a year to work. You had a whole year for this.
Yeah, and I'm still just as bad.
But and that's a big point, is that by the end of the week, I guarantee you we'll be
we'll figure it out.
Flowing pretty good. And Steve, by the end of the week, I'll like being here so much that when Buzz gets back, I'll be like, hey, let's just switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, you stay on this side.
You stay on this side. I'll stay on this side, Buzz.
Imagine it would drive him crazy.
I asked him
I
asked him last time. I said, hey, why don't you just let me every once in a while be on this side and you be on the other side? And he just looked at me. And he didn't say anything.
I believe it.
All right. Thanks a lot, Steve.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Hey, it's Chuck, your host for Loudwire Nights. Tonight at 7, we will rock the borderland with the best rock ever made and the best rock being made. Special guests, birthday and anniversary celebrations, and every night at 10...
American Dream of Home Ownership. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states. Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Enderman Personal Injury Lawyers. At GVILaw.com.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Buzz Adams Morning Show. It's Nico and Joanna and Alberto taking over for Buzz while he's on vacation for the rest of the week. But Don't worry, guys. We have a full show plan for you. We've got great guests, including Justin Underwood for a Ask a Lawyer segment. We're going to have Josh Radnor calling in to the studio from How I Met Your Mother on Wednesday. We'll be interviewing him. Soul Asylum tomorrow.
Soul Asylum tomorrow.
And they're going to be playing, actually. So you're going to get to hear Soul Asylum playing on the radio tomorrow. The comics are going to come in. We got Nick Guerra and Jenny Robbins will be in town.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so just a lot of great stuff that is still coming your way. I want to remind you, though, that KLAQ wants to send you to London to see Falling in Reverse. You'll be at the OVO Arena, Wembley, for the December 8th Falling in Reverse concert. You get airfare for two, a 3-night hotel stay, and $500 of spending cash could be yours. All you need to do, listen for code words to enter on the KLAQ mobile app Monday through Friday. Now, you got to listen at specific times, and here they are. 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8 p.m. during Loudwire nights. Listen for the code words, enter them into the mobile app. Winner must have a valid U.S. passport because you're going to London, baby. Win Falling in Reverse in London, courtesy of Epitaph on 95.5 KLAQ. All right, we've got some neckline calls I wanted to get to before we forget about them because they will get lost in the shuffle. I guarantee it. So we were talking about how do you know when you're attractive, right?
Right.
Great question.
Hey, my name is Miguel. So, how do I know I'm good looking? Well, I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I wake up and I piss excellence.
All right.
Okay.
So
Thank you,
straightforward.
Miguel.
Yeah, thank you, Miguel. You wake up and piss excellence.
Yeah, okay.
I think what he meant was confidence.
All right.
I think confidence is a big factor.
Confidence is a really big factor, yeah, for sure.
Do you think there could be like an ugly guy that just comes off as super sexy?
Oh, for sure. It's happened.
Can you name anybody?
I don't want to say their name. No.
Tony Shalhoub.
Tony Shalhoub has a certain hotness to him, yeah.
He's got some weird hotness to him. Liam Gallagher.
Liam Gallagher.
I don't know.
No.
He's just been in the news.
You're just saying names now.
I'm just saying names, yeah. All right, here's somebody else.
Hey, I feel like most of the stuff on that how to know if people find you attractive list are mostly applicable to women because men don't get that stuff unless you're like super handsome and handsome Squidward over here, you know?
Well, sorry,
especially if you're a woman. I mean, if you have a really pretty face and you have some big old nalgotas, then of course the men are going to be nice to you, or anybody's going to be nice to you, you know? But men don't really get that.
Not. This guy's not hanging around the right men, I guess.
There's some guys who get it. The pretty treatment or the pretty privileges.
Pretty privilege.
Yeah. You're telling me that Dean McDermott doesn't get pretty privileges?
Dean McDermott.
I have to go look that
Which
up.
one's that one?
Another name I just thought of. Tom Wellington. You don't think Tom Wellington?
Oh, because we were looking at Tom Welling earlier.
Yeah, we were.
Maybe Tom Welling 20 years ago.
Yeah, seriously.
Not today.
All right, one more.
What up, Mo Show? Hey, guys, don't let anyone tell you that you guys need Buzz and that you guys are not as funny and entertaining. Let me
Well, Buzz is the one that says that, not anybody else.
That's mainly Buzz, yeah.
tell you, you guys started talking about how do you know when you're the most attractive person, and that bit was so entertaining that as I'm driving, I literally miss my exit by 2 or 3 exits. So now I really am going to be late for work.
Nice.
But thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
This man put his job in jeopardy.
I know.
for
I'm
us.
sorry that you're late for work.
That's the kind of response that we're looking for in a good bit, though.
Yeah, that was good, yeah.
We want to make you late to work for the sake of a good bit.
We got some pretty good messages in the app chat
Let's
as
hear
well.
'em.
Remember, you can always message us on that KLAQ mobile app. Just tap chat and say hello to one of us. Gabriella says, attractiveness is subjective. Isn't it akin to the Dunning-Kruger where people overestimate their intelligence?
Yes.
Well, I think she's saying if it's comparable to Dunning-Kruger where people overestimate their intelligence, I guess she's saying, well, people
Yeah,
probably overestimate how pretty they are.
Right.
Or how unattractive they are, too,
Right.
because I think there's a lot more psychology that goes into your
For
attractiveness.
sure. Cool Guy says, you know you're attractive when people of the same sex hit on you.
You know what? So I don't go out to the gay bars, Joanna, but like if I win,
You should.
But the gays come and find you?
Would the gays find me?
Yeah, probably.
And that could help my confidence.
I'm telling you, it just takes one gay man to tell me I'm pretty and
makes your whole day.
Makes my whole day. La Yaya gave a huge explanation. She says, when I was younger, I knew I was pretty cute because women I didn't know would come up to me and tell me. Or one time I was on a date with a guy and we were having drinks at a restaurant and a woman who was with her boyfriend came up to my date and told him, your girlfriend is so beautiful. You're a very lucky man. I used to get in free at clubs where everyone else had to pay. The bar owners would send me drinks. I wouldn't even meet them. Drinks just came for free. Another time I was in line inside the Chevron to pay for gas when a stranger in front of me paid for my gas.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. That's not normal.
He didn't even talk to me or anything, just paid for my gas. I always got hired at every job I applied for. Promotions were very easy too. I'm almost 52 now and don't get the same attention anymore, but I don't mind it at all. I'm now the older woman who will tell the younger ones how pretty they are. Passing out compliments left and right is what I love to do now.
Aww.
Well, that's nice.
That is nice. Also very unrealistic for most of the world.
Wow. Right?
Right. I have never just gotten my gas paid for me.
Right, and then not have somebody come up to you to be like, I just paid for that.
And not have to do something to them.
Or somebody buys you a drink and then they don't even talk to you though. No, if I get a drink bought for me, that I can guarantee that dude's going to come talk to me.
Or it's spiked.
Or it's spiked and I don't trust it.
Or a combo.
But yeah, I guess
I find it hard that you're single, Alberto.
This is there's a lot of contributing factors. What are
the contributing factors?
The main one being I'm clinically insane.
He's kind of stupid.
Loopy, yes. There it is.
Well, okay.
Yes.
I mean, that's a whole different bag of
DSS,
cats.
dumb, stupid, and slow. So it's like,
come on,
just a little slow. I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to call you stupid.
We're not going to harsh you, okay? We're going to build you up. This is not going to be like.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you stupid.
Like, we're going to build you up into a good man.
Yes,
No.
because you're still young. There is still time for him.
Oh, there's still hope for me?
Yes. Nico is out the window already.
Violence is a vicious cycle, and the violence buzz has perpetuated against us. We cannot continue the cycle.
No,
okay?
and then you're sitting in that chair right now. The curse ends now.
Yeah. So you look good. You're not crazy, Alberto.
No. You know what? I know you have some.
Die alone. He's never gonna
find anyone.
Be an old cat
But
man.
you're gonna be great. Okay.
Thank you guys.
You'll be fine, honey.
See what happens.
Alberto's a good-looking kid. I mean,
He's not ugly, yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Look at me.
You're
we
not
just
ugly.
gotta fix him up.
Yeah.
We gotta do
a makeover.
what is it? A makeover?
Extreme makeover.
I know a few gay men who can help.
And Lisa.
And Lisa.
Okay. We'll see how that goes.
All right, I gotta.
We tried that once with Nico. Did you get any dates from that makeover we did on you?
You know what? I did wear out the clothes several times, but you know the problem is that when you buy an outfit, like you have to keep the outfit together. Like you never can like, oh, I'm just gonna wear the jacket today or the shirt because then it's gonna be dirty, and I'll never have the outfit like cleaned at the same time to ever wear it out together. So I'm not an outfit kind of person.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
We're all getting makeovers.
So it is going to be Halloween soon. We've got all of our costumes picked out, and I've got a little bit about costumes.
Okay.
All right, before we get into our Hollywood Cheeseman.
So I had my little costume. I was physically ready. I was preparing myself. I did not try on the costume prior to Halloween. Do you remember this? This is an obscure one, but on the side of the box, I remember this on my Superman costume. It actually said, "Do not attempt to fly." They printed that as a warning because kids were putting it on and going off the roofs. You know. I love the idea of the kid who's stupid enough to think he actually is Superman, but smart enough to check that box before he goes off the roof. So anyway, but my hopes were up. I was thinking that this is probably the same exact costume that Superman wears himself. And you put these things on, it's not exactly the super fit that you are hoping for. It looks more like Superman's pajamas is what it looks like. It's all kind of loose and flowing, and the neckline kind of comes down about there. Flimsy little ribbon string in the back. Plus, my mother makes me wear my winter coat over the costume anyway. I don't recall Superman wearing a jacket. Not like I had cheap corduroy, phony fur. Boy, I'm Superman, but it's a little chilly out, and I'm glad I've got this cheap little 10-year-old kid's jacket.
Welcome,
We're doing
Joanna, with your Hollywood Cheesemate.
Thank you, Nico, Alberto. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
We're doing great. I'm so proud of us. It's Monday. Good morning. Joker Folie à Deux may have been a massive disappointment, but Killer Clowns haven't fallen completely out of favor. Terrifier 3, the unrated gore fest featuring Art the Clown, was a surprise hit at the box office, taking in $18.2 million in its opening weekend and making it the #1 movie in the country. Meanwhile, Joker dropped 81%, the worst second weekend decline in history for a comic book movie and one of the worst overall. The animated DreamWorks movie The Wild Robot finished second this week with $13.4 million. Oh, who would have thought that the Gore Fest movie would make it to #1
It's
just as soon
Halloween,
as we
yeah.
get to Halloween?
But who would have guessed that
But nobody would have guessed that Joker would have fallen.
Joker would have fallen?
I
That
would've
much
guessed.
from grace.
If you would have told it's a musical, what did you expect? No one wants to see the musical.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking. That really, it makes me sad more than anything.
They tried to brand it as it's a jukebox musical, as if that sounded any better.
That's worse.
But nobody knew what that meant, and it just sounded terrible.
So I have to ask you about this Terrifier film series, Joanna, because
Go on.
I am scared of clowns to begin with. So it's not a
Clowns
movie
are
that I would
scary.
go and watch myself. But it just seems interesting for the gore and stuff. So I actually Googled all of the series this weekend, and I looked up YouTube videos explaining some clips.
Nice.
Now, you haven't seen the second one.
I haven't seen the second one, no.
So you don't know how the second one ends.
No, I don't know how it ends and how it'll follow up into this third one.
Okay, so the second one is about a Halloween massacre, and there's this girl named Sienna,
Okay.
and I guess her friends and her brother are all messed up by Art the Clown, right?
Okay.
But then the girl from the first movie, the one that made it at the end of the first movie,
Okay.
the one that got her face kind of eaten off.
Oh my God.
She survives into the second one?
In the mid-credit scene, they show her in the insane asylum, and Art the Clown's head is birthed out of her.
Okay.
Like,
It's
she
all
gives
part of
birth-
the lore, yeah.
Yeah, she gives birth to his head, and his body is walking towards the asylum. So it's not a dream. So this movie has her as his accomplice,
Oh, okay.
the third one, and it picks up right there.
And it goes into Christmas.
And it goes into Christmas.
There's
right?
not enough Christmas horror movies, I think.
Wasn't there just
There could be more.
there was just
What?
the axe murder during the Christmas one, wasn't there?
Axe murderer.
I'm sure there's a
It's a Wonderful Knife.
yeah. Is that a real thing?
Yes.
Please tell me it is.
It is. It's not a great movie, though.
All right, Joanna.
Do not recommend.
What else?
Almost 3 months after its release, Deadpool and Wolverine is still setting records. The hit film notched the highest selling first week ever for an R-rated film on domestic digital platforms. The previous record holder was reportedly John Wick Chapter 4. The movie's digital release was on October 1st. The pick arrives on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD on October 22nd. Northwest isn't holding back when it comes to her mom's cooking or lack thereof. In an intimate chat for Interview magazine, Kim Kardashian asked her 11-year-old daughter, "How is my cooking?" And North didn't hesitate to respond saying, quote, "You haven't cooked for us in a long time. The last time you cooked was 2 Halloweens ago." Kim tried to jog her memory, reminding her that she made mac and cheese, fried chicken, and cornbread for the occasion. North admitted it was good, but added that her mom's specialty is cucumbers and salt.
Nice.
North also revealed
Keep it simple.
her favorite food would be cucumbers and salt or onions, to which Kim responded, "You love grilled onions." Meanwhile, her younger sister, Chicago, has also called out Kim in the past for not cooking, famously writing on a school assignment, "Mom doesn't cook. She has a chef." Have y'all seen videos of North just chomping on an onion?
No.
I think I
That
have.
little girl just grabs one and eats it like an apple.
Doesn't Donkey do that in
That's
Shrek?
what Shrek does.
Oh, Shrek.
That's when he's all like, ogres are like onions.
Ogres are like onions.
And then Donkey's like, what about a parfait? Everybody loves parfaits.
Everybody loves parfaits.
Anyway, North just be eating onions. It's so weird. Finally, Saturday Night Live returned this past weekend with host Ariana Grande, who did impressions of Celine Dion and Jennifer Coolidge, and musical guest Stevie Nicks. And the episode also took another music-related turn when James Austin Johnson and Sarah Sherman parodied Noel and Liam Gallagher of Oasis during Weekend Update. In an interview with Colin Jost, they spoke about the band's upcoming reunion tour and their long-standing feud with Wonderwall renditions and plenty of British slang included. I've got a bit of that right here. Oh. That's me.
Don't turn her up. Come on, Nico.
Is it up?
Yeah.
I'm playing it.
It's up. It's on Nico's laptop.
It's going.
Let me see. Is it the one from the prep?
No, is there one in the prep?
Yeah.
I would like to clarify, folks, this is not my fault.
Yeah,
Usually mess ups are my fault.
Thing from the prep,
Okay.
if you can.
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks for being here. Now, everyone's wondering, are you guys going to be cool to tour a year from now?
It's not a hard no, it's a maybe.
We said maybe. If Liam doesn't act like a baby.
I'm not a baby, you're a baby.
Yeah, you're a baby. You're a baby. He stuck his tongue at me. Colin, did you see that?
Come on, he's been naughty. He's been naughty, Colin.
There must be something that you both agree on.
I guess there are a few things, yeah. SpongeBob.
Legend. Who's the best Ninja Turtle? Donatello. Legend.
And there must be things you agree on besides cartoons.
All right. Favorite Sex and the City boyfriend?
Steve. Legend. My favorite Sex in the City boyfriend? Mr. Big. Toxic Legend.
All right. Favorite Will Smith film?
I am Legend. Legend. Legend.
Oasis, everyone.
I think Sarah Sherman is so hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Well, the actual Liam Gallagher has since responded after a fan sent him the clip onto Twitter saying, "Are they meant to be comedians?" In a reply to another person asking what he thought of SNL's impression of him, he replied saying, "Excruciating." Oasis reunion tour hits the New York City area for shows at East Rutherford, New Jersey's MetLife Stadium on August 31st and September 1st. That is, if they don't get into a fight before all of that.
Right.
And with your entertainment news, I'm Joanna Barba.
Well, that's it. Show's over.
What? We just started.
Yeah, well, the show's over.
That's the end.
That's not the end.
Why, yes, it is. Right, that's the end.
And that's the end. That's the end?
The morning show will be back tomorrow at 6 a.m. Now.